At the bar radio here with Ace Hood. As you can see, he's already at the bar because he got some Ciroc. But I got to say, we just seen Ace Hood, real genuine dude. I salute you. I salute you. Like, just your humble and stuff. I appreciate that. We need artists like you.
Yeah, at the bar radio.
Yeah. You already know this the king of Philly, man. At the bar radio, man. You already right.
Where to get lit at? You on your own. Just know why with that chit chat. I'm on the road, cause this that planet, this that get back. It's a different day, no, it's same story, nigga. I've been winning, retire like I'm Robert Horry, nigga. They just thought they knew me, but I'm here to make my story bigger. Keep that Laker 40 with me, always know I had that clipper. She act good, getting on my boat, bet I'm gon' skip her. If they start getting out of line, I bet I'm gon' get them. Pack a bag and book a flight, so they know I'm always tripping. I've been Scotty with the right, so they always know I'm pimping. Well, I always say I got haters, cause they just know I'm living. Word to my bro that came on, they just know I got a vision. The stove gotta stay on, so no product missing. Government want us to stay home, go broke for politicians. Had to carry that weight, never dealt with the opposition. My homie tryna beat the case when he had no pot to piss. I'm tryna cop a bird, but he caught up with all them pigeons. And I can never chase when ain't no love when you got them riches. I'm all alone. I been asking where your bitch at. She on the phone, tryna figure out where to get lit at. You on your own, just know why with that chit chat. I'm on the road, cause this that plane and this that get back. I'm alone. I been asking where your bitch at. She on the phone, tryna figure out where to get lit at. You on your own, just know why with that chit chat. I'm on the road, cause this that plane and this that get back. Yeah. Alright.
Hey, Tuna, you made this?
I'm all alone. I been asking where your bitch at. She on the phone, tryna figure out where to get lit at. You on your own, just know why with that chit chat. I'm on the road, cause this that plane and this that get back. I'm all alone. I been asking where your bitch at. She on the phone, tryna figure out where to get lit at. You on your own, just know why with that chit chat. I'm on the road, cause this that plane and this that get back. It's a different day, no, it's same story, nigga. I've been winning, retire like I'm Robert Horry, nigga. They just thought they knew me, but I'm here to make my story bigger. Keep that Laker 40 with me, always know I had that clipper. She act good, getting on my boat, bet I'm gon' skip her. If they start getting out of line, I bet I'm gon' get them. Pack a bag and book a flight, so they know I'm always tripping. I've been Scotty with the right, so they always know I'm pimping. Well, I always say I got haters, cause they just know I'm living. Word to my bro that came on, they just know I got a vision. The stove gotta stay on, so no product missing. Government want us to stay home, go broke for politicians. Had to carry that weight, never dealt with the opposition. My homie tryna beat the case when he had no pot to piss. I'm tryna cop a bird, but he caught up with all them pigeons. And I can never chase when ain't no love when you got them riches. I'm all alone. I been asking where your bitch at. She on the phone, tryna figure out where to get lit at. You on your own, just know why with that chit chat. I'm on the road, cause this that plane and this that get back. I'm alone. I been asking where your bitch at. She on the phone, tryna figure out where to get lit at. You on your own, just know why with that chit chat. I'm on the road, cause this that plane and this that get back.
Well, all right, what's going on, everybody? It's At the Bar Radio. It is your man 151. We got CP3 in the house. We got he's West Coast CP3 at the moment. Oh Lord. We got Lady Antoinette in the house, and then we got a gallon of moonshine in the house. So this show, this
not my fault this time.
yeah, this show is going down the hill. This show is going downhill off the rain, so whatever. Tune in, it's gonna be very interesting. And then we got a very special guest in the house. We got my man D Bell, DJ D Bell from the Fleet DJs in the house. What's going on, sir?
What's good, man? What's good?
Not much. Before we get to you, let's do our quick introduction. It's gonna be a packed show. Shout out to DJ Grip. You know, me and him go back, way back. He's the actually at the bar official DJ. Shout out to Jay's Gyms. She's the stylist for at the bar. You know, one day she's gonna get CPD in a nice outfit so he can actually get a good woman. That's that's the 23. That's the 2023 goal.
Going into a monkeypox pandemic.
Oh my God.
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Now you don't want it. Now you don't want a good woman.
Man,
Who you gonna cuddle with without the monkeypox?
Well, that should at least get him to stop, you know, using his mouth in certain ways.
I ain't used my mouth in a long time.
Oh yeah, you know. Yeah. I mean, Arcanelli.
All I gotta say, nigga, show ain't coming.
Well, Arcanelli, you may want to slow down on that.
He got monkeypox out here.
That's why that's what I'm saying. I'm fucked right now. It's been a minute, so now I gotta add more time to it and shit. Nigga might lose his skills and shit. Then we're in there. Nigga, go nigga got practice to make
Why
practice,
don't you
goddamn.
just doing the Mario and get some watermelon and go alive? There you go.
Do I look like
No. No, you look like Bum B. Big shout out to my sister though. Shout out to Shakana. My sister Shakana turned 34 yesterday. Happy birthday.
Oh, she younger than me.
Yeah, I bet. I remember
Y'all so shady, I swear.
I'm shady. I'm petty. I mean, yeah.
It's just already like,
Brace me for what you about to say.
Okay, so I see you gotta be on our toes over here.
Oh yeah. But shout out to my younger sister Shakana. Like I said, I'm very proud. So we were supposed to go do something very special, but the punk ass weather decided it was gonna fake like it was gonna rain, and it didn't really do. But I heard it rained in Maryland, so we couldn't have the boat ride like we wanted. But DJ Grit was gonna provide the music for it. We weren't able to get to do that, but you know, she did. She hung out with some friends. She celebrated. It's cool. Man, it's you know, it's nice. Shout out to Renegade. Renegade is supposed to be working on some more music soon, so we got some stuff brewing in the works. And shout out to we work. I'm finished editing pretty soon. Melissa V. Neal's video, The Better Joint. She's actually going to be. I was looking for a model to do the cover for the At the Bar mixtape that DJ Grip is going to actually mix for the indie people that we're going to put together. But she actually is going to. I was going to look for a model, but then I talked to her, and she's actually going to do the modeling for us. So that's going to be dope. That's what you call networking for you dumbass people that don't know how to do that. Like you, like I mean, 'cause some people are stupid. I mean, we want me to tell you.
we just started the show.
Oh, this show's going down here.
We get in like 10 minutes.
No, I've been drinking. I'm like Beyonce. I've been drinking. But we got a special guest in the building. Now this man I've known for many moons. Used to get in trouble with him back in high school. DJ D Bell. I was introduced to him by DJ Grip. And we were hanging. And look, I appreciate somebody who actually known me a certain amount of time because I was an asshole in high school too. So I just didn't wake up like and become an asshole as an adult. As a child, I was an asshole. Like actually, I was cool until I got to like 15, 16. So when you met me about 16, I was just like a jerk to everybody. Yeah.
I can see it. It's not a shop.
So, for real. Nah, I mean, like my man.
This isn't something that just happened.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
But
Y'all funny.
real talk, I used to give my man the blues. So, D was always. We're both from New York, so we all call each other cousin. So we can talk about each other, but we can talk about each other, but nobody else. But then we would jump you. Cause we were petty like that.
That's how
Yeah.
Yeah, he be hitting people with that wooden brush. You know that wooden brush?
Yeah, shit. Yeah, you remember that?
Yeah, he was popping people in the mouth with the wooden brush.
No, I was in the knuckles.
That too.
Yeah.
until you take it up top. Right?
So you know.
You act like somebody over.
So no. So you know how niggas used to be like. Yeah. So you know how niggas used to lick their finger and they be like, "You want this?" So that's the game they used to play in school. So like you eating your food, nigga, lick his finger, like you want this, and with this, yeah. So I would sit back
I watch you to do that.
and I would wait for you to do that, and I didn't want the food no way. But when you did that, I would beat the shit out your knuckles. And when you did it, they'd be like, "Do you bow?" And they'd be like,
That came from your upbringing. That's your grandma was already did it.
"No, I was just mean." Something. I mean, I'm be honest. I was just one day. Just my brush had my name on it. It said instead of said Rakeem, it said King Rock. And I would beat people with my brush, and I was known for that. Like I would know. Like people would go after you did it one time, and you had a friend, and you I was.
No, we were not brothers. We were influencers.
I had a friend. If you had a friend and you had a really good friend and you was like one of those niggas that did that, and if they did it, they would tell you, see that dude right there? Don't do that. And I was the type of nigga I would if you did it to like if D was sitting next to me and you did it to his food, but you wouldn't think I was looking, I would still hit you with the brush. Like I was quick with it. I was quick. It was I would fuck niggas' hands up, and then I would hit you on your knuckles. Like I would purpose. Yes, I know.
In my family, that's when the kids when they touch on names up to
Hit it right on the knuckle. Yeah. I would purposely hit you on spots that it would fucking hurt. I would like do stuff and hit you like I hit you in your ankle bone, like
and you snatch your hand.
yeah.
That's the main thing. So it's like,
And you thinking that you quicker than me, and we play basketball every day. Like my hands was quick at that time. Like you was getting fucked up.
my hand was quick at that time.
Yeah.
You ever ear hole somebody smacking them in the ear?
Oh, all the time. I did it to a female. She kicked me in my nuts and I popped in her ears.
No, somebody else did it because that shit be, that shit
It hurts.
problem. Yeah.
It hurts, but it makes people think about something.
But I guess that's the goal.
Nah, the funny thing is when you do it to a nigga in their cold. When you do that shit in the cold,
the hair swell up and turn red.
man, that shit is horrible. That shit is horrible.
Hit them in their knuckles in the cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a problem.
I would do shit like that just on purpose.
You just want to get up.
Stretch my legs.
You just want to show your ladies that's watching.
Gotta show off.
They can't see your ass. I ain't even on you.
He on his feet. That's
On my
probably.
feet it is. Like I showed
Probably
Dr.
is.
Yeah.
You know how he is.
Yeah, we wild. But we got DJ, real talk. So he was introduced to DJing by DJ Grip. We used to DJ Grip and him, they used to do house parties back in the days. All types of stuff. Like me, I was a rapper, so I didn't do that shit. I just carried the equipment and I carried the speakers and sold it to people. Like if you wanted somebody to get joned on, I was the dude because I would just sit there and be quiet and I wait for somebody to say something slick. And then for the whole time, y'all be like, this nigga, is he ever going to shut up? Because then I would just light your ass up.
He wasn't does this dude.
Yeah. I was, and at that time, I would say things that were very, very, I ain't gonna say controversial, but I would say things I knew.
Canceled today. How about that?
Yeah, I would be canceled. I would talk about your mother. I talk about your.
Things on the show.
No, I was a lot worse.
Nah, back then.
Nah, I was.
He's getting real
Knowing
canceled.
that we can get our show shut down, so it's not a surprise.
You know when they say no filter, I literally had no filter. Like I would talk about your dead grandmother on her gravesite while you're at the funeral, because my mind was just really
I feel
bad.
like when we were younger, a lot of us had that problem. Not saying that I did, but possibly that I did something. It depends on the views of others. If you really can't get in here,
Why can't he get in here?
I'm gonna say that both ways. Can't get in life.
Get a little trip.
Um,
Another chair right over there. But so we got DJ D-Bell in the house. It's gonna be a packed show today. We got 3 guests. We got some stuff that we're gonna talk about. We're gonna talk about music, and as we should. But before we even talk about music, there is the elephant in the room, I guess. And CP3 put this out, which I thought was very good when we were talking about Brittany Griner. Some people were cheering. First sentence was a lie. So I will say that. I also do. I'm never one of those people, and I said it here on this show. I'm never one of those people that's gonna say free such and such. Like when my brother did his crimes and stuff, I never yelled free this and free that because I understood that he did his he did his. And keep in mind, my brother was 18 when he was 18 when he got locked up. But they waited for him to turn 18, and he did a 12-year sentence. Shit, the kingpin got out quicker than my brother. But and I know how much that affected my mom and stuff. I literally watched my mother cry herself to sleep. So anybody family who's been locked up and stuff, I know that I know what that family goes through because I had to because I literally lived it. But I will say, as in before we yell, because when any type of celebrity gets locked up, it's always free Bootsy, free this and free that, and free such and such because it's wrong and this and we never talk about how a victim family does or if a person is plead guilty. The reason why she pled guilty was because she was guilty. Because she was guilty.
Actually, they told her to plead guilty
They-
because that will help in trading her with someone else.
Okay.
So that's the reason why they told her to plead guilty. In my opinion, she could plead guilty anyway, but that's another
Yeah.
thing. We'll get there.
But her sentencing was a lot. 9 years is a lot for a little bit of marijuana. However, CP3 put up a post, and someone else had put up a post, which I found to be very truthful. Before you, I think some people were cheering that she got 9 years. Ignorant people were cheering she got 9 years. Well, y'all get on y'all fucking high horse and stuff like that. Like in most of these states now, weed is illegal and is legal, and there are people that are still locked up with weed charges. There are people from the Black Panther Party who haven't done anything that are still have been incarcerated to this day, and they've been locked up since the 60s and the 70s.
In the States.
In the United States of
And,
America.
actually, Elon said something about it. He said, are we going to free the people who are here in the States who are still locked up here?
Yes.
And I usually disagree with a lot of stuff Elon says because he's usually out there and
So-
not in touch with reality.
so
But
when-
that was-
I mean, honestly, one of the charges or one of the things that when they locked my brother up the last time was double weed. And when I was living in DC, I was in the Southeast, I was in the hood, and it was a weed and seed community, which means that you can grow a certain amount of marijuana in your house. And of course, it's in the poor section because they don't have that in the white section. And
all the these things, right?
but I mean, this shit was on a fucking sign. It said weed and seed community. I was like, yo, why the hell am I living here? I don't smoke. But it was just one of those things. And we had the little weed truck to come around where they sell you socks for $35 and then you get a gift and stuff like that.
Well, now you can just buy a sticker
Yeah.
for
And
$20.
and they had shops. And they had shops that were shops. So,
I'm looking into getting involved in the recreational expensive business soon.
Wow.
Yeah, Hope will be coming in November and Maryland, so be on the lookout for cultivating some things.
you call damn.
Okay, let's talk
CP3,
about
we
Brittany
love it when you
because-
use big words.
Right, because I don't know what you about to
Let
say.
me go ahead and get on this Brittany Griner situation.
Go ahead.
It's multiple levels to this, and I'm going to break it down because I haven't really spoken out about it. First of all, I forgot what player, some player for the WNBA came out and said that if it was LeBron,
That's her coach.
coach, whoever, that he wouldn't be able to race it. But she couldn't live off $220,000 she was making from the WNBA, so she has to go overseas.
How much? How much?
$220,000.
Nigga.
So that's already an
Yeah,
issue with
I think
itself.
it's 220. She makes almost 220,000 over there. Over here, she's only getting like 40,000, 50,000.
No, because she's one of the higher paid ones. So she's getting like 200 and something here. But
Over
then
there,
she's
she get like
stuck.
$500,000. over
Yeah,
there.
she gets paid more overseas. Yeah.
I can dig it, but if you can't live off of 220, you need to look yourself in the mirror and figure out what's really going on.
Man, you know how many strip clubs I can go to for that amount?
You know
I
what?
can dig it,
But
but you're
no,
going
that's-
over, but you're going to Russia and it's in a war right now with all types of sanctions
So
and all
she's
types
like-
of
But it
stuff.
wasn't war when she went.
Right.
Yeah,
She was the more than. Well, but see, here's the thing. plays in the European League.
She has to come through Russia to transfer back through. So you already know you're going through a hotbed. There's already a situation where you know Russia and America are on.
We ain't never been friends.
Exactly. So then you're going to take something that is legal here, but not legal there, and get caught up. And like you mentioned about the patriotic folks that's applauding, talking about, well, she didn't want to stand for the anthem, so now she wants America to save her, yada, yada, yada. On that note, you can say there's problems with this country and not hate America. The newsflash for some of y'all folks that don't get that you can want the country to be better and still not have a hatred for the country or for the flag or whatever. So for all of y'all that got that, that's why I put that post out there just to shut y'all up. And as you mentioned with the ridiculous sentence that she got, the post that I put out, of another young lady that got caught with way more than she had and only did like 2 months and paid a fine of 15,000 rubles or whatever, as opposed to the 9 years, million that she's getting fined. This is all political maneuvering. I don't know if you guys watch the news, but there were a couple of Russian spies that were uncovered that are in custody of the federal government right now.
Armed dealers.
So, as Lady Antoinette said, in order for the process to move forward for, a possible trade, she had to, plead guilty, let the terms go. And then now, that's why they put that number on there to get the American outrage, which we see is what's happening with. But we're going to talk about that WNBA video.
And it's
I
also
didn't watch
it's also to push Biden's hand. It supports his hand to let, like you said, let that arm do
Yeah.
it. Right.
it. So, it's all politics.
And what it is that what Biden,
Hold
because
on.
we got a Marine over there too.
Hold on, wait. You said something wrong. When you say those words,
I know I got to say it.
you gotta quote the man, quote my partner, the lad, GOB.
Partner, Black GOP.
Yeah.
It's all politics. That's all it is, really. And I'll be the first to say because we want a 2-for-1. They don't want us. They don't want us to give us that Marine that's over there who's been over there longer.
There's actually a few people
Right.
that have been over there for quite some time.
But there's one particular Marine that they want to bring back. And he wants him back along with Brittany Griner. But they don't want to make that move. So how do I force your hand? I give her and let's be honest, it's not a 9.5-year sentence. It's a 10-year sentence.
Well, the
She
max
got
was 10.
She got the 10 because she's already been there for 6.
Correct. That's why they made it
9.5. So
Yeah.
be honest, she's got the 10-year sentence.
And that's the max. The max is 10 for that.
And like he said, you had the other woman that went over there with 7 grand and got 2 months and a $15,000 ruble fine. You want almost a million rubles from Brittany Griner.
Right.
The reason why, let's see, she's black. She's
Yeah.
lesbian. She's married to another woman.
Well, so let me say this. Some of my views on this is not. It's one of those things a lot of people don't agree with, but I really don't care.
You
number
don't
one,
care?
I don't ever care. I never really care.
Okay.
So-
That's more like it.
So, well, people already sounded funny. So just handle your
Just letting
business.
him know that I know. We both know what's about to go down.
Did you have to say it? I'm
I didn't
scared.
bring my sage. I'm just putting it out there now. I didn't like because he needs something. I don't know what you need, but it's
Well,
something.
make a cover
I
set
got
up.
my special.
You have to say.
I got to check in the savings, and it takes a couple of days for my savings
So-
to go to my checking.
But let me.
Before you finish that, you need to put out a warning. Any woman in the Capitol Heights area that's going to need $40 to $60 tonight.
I ain't got it, man. I
I smell it over there.
ain't got it. We on the spot. We creating some services tonight.
Any little young thought that's monkeypox and COVID free.
Now you scared him. Look at her.
Any of my exes that I've been talking to lately, you'll be on the lookout.
He said he on the barter system today.
He gonna
People
send.
bother me.
Look out for that text message.
So that means tonight you're only taking head through a condom, right?
Unfortunately.
Oh, he's real scared of monkeypox.
Man,
You real
I
scared.
got some
You
other
big
things
scared.
going on in my life right now, man. I can't afford that shit. It's already things already rough, man. I'm not,
So you're only doing head through a condom, right?
ain't my choice, my brother. Shit, you acting like I want to say it. Like, He ain't doing hefty bag, nigga. This shit take forever.
That's all I know. You scared him of the
Yeah.
law.
You gotta put in work.
How
But
did,
anyway,
how did I get here?
I don't know. You can't.
Bruh,
You
this is the
can't.
first 30 minutes
Well,
of the show.
this is what happens when you come to visit your boy.
Yeah. And you
We-
got moonshine in the bill.
And we ain't drunk the moonshine
I
yet.
ain't had to drink it.
Oh, this nigga will admit to anything.
It's about, yep,
Oh.
that's it right there.
Wait till we go to music break.
That's it.
Um,
But let me say this about Britney.
go ahead.
Britney, she frequents Russia often.
Yes.
Okay. So meaning she knows
She knows the rules.
the rules. Okay. She is being used as a pawn, but she put herself in that situation.
I agree.
She is, regardless of her lifestyle, she is considered a celebrity. She's a high-profile person, and because of that, she allowed herself to be put in situations where they're using her as a pawn. I don't really have much sympathy for her in reference to the sentence because of that fact. That's their rule. That's their law. If someone from another country comes over here and they break the law, they're subject to our punishment. You are in Russia. What you want to say?
I actually kind of what you're saying. I have Russia, a guy that was in Russia, lived there until he was 28 years old and commented on the post. And his reaction to it was that there is no judiciary committee in there. They do whatever they want because she's black and she's gay. That they would go to book at just for those things anyway. So no matter what she did, the amount that she had, even if she didn't have it, they would have found something on her just to make the situation.
And she's a celebrity. And she's from the U.S. She's a U.S. celebrity. So we know that we have people that Russia wants. They're going to find anything. You do one thing wrong. If you spit on the ground, they might say, oh, you did this or that. You put yourself in a situation. When you're at that status, you have to be protecting of yourself. She wasn't doing that. She wasn't protecting herself at that point. She had a CBD cartridge. That is legal here. But she weren't here. So people are like, oh, that's the punishment was too much. Technically, no. It wasn't. That's their rule. We have to go by that. So, I mean, in the statement about like LeBron and all that, first of all, LeBron would not put himself in that situation. Let's be real. This is LeBron we're talking about. Even if he did smoke, he would be smarter than that. But if it were LeBron, I feel like it would be worse. This is LeBron.
But the reason why they use LeBron is the fact that
He's a man.
He's a man, but also it's because they do not. The WNBA does not receive enough support
Right.
here.
Correct.
So in reality, you cannot use someone like a LeBron because of the fact that he makes his money.
Right, here. And then on top of that, she doesn't, the coach who said that didn't understand that Britney technically is getting special treatment. You have a bunch of people over there right now, and we talked about this on the show before, that have been in prison for far less in Russia, and they're not getting support. They're not getting help. So once Britney, as soon as she gets locked up, it's all over the news, but we didn't know about all these other people.
Yeah, the dude that you told us about last time, I didn't know who the fuck he was.
Yeah, it's a man who he got married here. His wife was Russian. He got custody of his kids, and she took the kids, ran off to Russia. He followed to go to Russia to get his kids. Ends up getting locked up. He ain't in. Free him.
CP3, would you marry a Russian chick?
Yes, he would.
I've
I
had
can answer
dealings.
that.
I've had dealings with Russians, and like I told y'all before, I don't even fuck with the Russians. Bro. I didn't fuck with anybody.
He would.
You
deal with a
I've
Russian
had a thing with Russians.
You used to fuck with a Russian chick?
No, I never had the opportunity.
I was about to
And
say,
if she shoot, it's even better. I'm trying to tell you.
I was about to say, did you have a chick? Did you drink vodka and spit on you?
That's what they do. I don't know. That's good. I don't do that.
Again, now that I get it.
But the vodka shit, that's cool.
DJ Devo.
How we keep going back to what's going to happen to him?
Because this is what
Me and you need to talk.
So,
You need some sex. I'm trying to tell you.
He want to say he
Lady
I
Antoinette,
got history.
Lady Antoinette. So, no lie, I had one of my friends call me the other day, and she was like, "Why do y'all always pick on CP3?"
I told you I'm a big
See,
thing.
no, you not.
Yo, he was on some.
But I've had people say that to me too.
Yo,
I always gang up on him.
I always gang up on
You know
CP3.
what he said? Do you hear the things that he said?
No, I'll be the first to say he walked into a lot of them.
Oh, you ain't heard the half of this shit
He
yet.
set himself up
I
for
mean,
that.
it's cool. I'm not gonna be open. This is stuff we need to talk about. This is stuff that people need to get out there. People now don't know how to communicate.
I mean, this
Right.
It's not about communication.
Just because-
Because no, it's about this cancel culture bullshit. Everybody
CP3.
scared to say what's on their mind.
CP3.
Fuck that. Cancel me.
CP3. CP3. CP3.
Yeah.
Just because you piss on women like R. Kelly does not make it rain.
Only in the shower, man. Only in the shower. You gotta clarify it. And there's no video. And technically, it's allegedly, there's no video evidence.
Do you know when we was at Listen Vision, nigga, I got you to admit that on tape.
Hey, man.
It's on YouTube.
You said it before.
Nobody's come forward, so it's allegedly. So,
You think somebody-
It's just a story that I told.
It ain't a murder thing, nobody.
It's just a story that I told.
Okay. All right, sunshine.
You walking Dave Chappelle skit.
Right.
Not all the time.
Hey.
Um,
All your business.
So, all right, let's. All right. Well,
Come forward, live.
let's talk to our guests real quick because we got three of them
I
today.
don't know, man. 'Cause,
You see-
I'm enjoying this soap opera right now. This is all
This
right.
ain't in the soap opera. This is the beginning of the.
This
just-
this Big Brother, huh?
This
Reality
is-
TV.
This is the big. This is the beginning of the show. We got to be the
This is
potatoes,
the
man.
new me. They talking about the old me, the old stuff I used.
Anytime.
Nigga, you is not an Autobot.
No, anytime you give a story and you're giving these details of a story and you told you, I'm not going to name no names, and the chick responds in the
In
chat
the chat.
with her name, it's
Yeah,
me, and says her name, that's a problem.
He's had females that say. He's had females that say, yo, I can't watch the show because some of the stuff that you said.
No, or I can't talk to you no more because of some of the stuff you said.
So you low key snitching too.
No,
Yes,
I mean, no, they get
So-
my radio persona confused. with
So,
real life.
I told CP3, I said, yo, you got some interesting stories. I got a camera. Let's do a
You know
documentary.
the web series.
I said, let's do a web series about some of the stuff. Ask the nigga the name of the web series. I'm gonna sit back and watch this.
What's the name of the web series?
Change the name of the guilty because there's nobody in it.
And you think that
I'm
he's
glad, I'm glad he don't know nothing about me.
a
But
man?
these are my chronicles. I'm only talking about my stuff.
Oh, they
This
shit
is the part.
But you got other parties involved in your crime.
Yeah, but the statute
Are
of
we
limitations
changing
bring
the
it up.
names
For everybody's sake? Yeah. And the statute of limitations
It's
ran
gonna
out on
take
most
it
stuff
down.
anyway, so it's
If you hear
cool.
some of the stuff that he talk about on here, it's going to get taken down.
But the statute
Yeah.
ran out, nobody got worried about
He gets his ban all the time. Anyway,
He
So-
one of those BET uncut type.
yeah,
Hey,
you can tell Chip Joe's this nigga's favorite video.
9905, baby. Let's get it.
So DJ D-Bell,
What's
what
up?
what got you into DJing, man?
Well, you know, music has always been number one. I've always loved music from day one. Whether I was playing, whether I was doing steel drums, whether I was doing, I played the violin and cello in junior high school. And music was great. I mean, if I tell a story right now, I don't need nobody to laugh when I tell the story.
Well, hold on, time out.
I'm gonna tell a story.
Tell the story.
Can't make promises.
Tell the story, but first of all, you know me since high
Yeah, I know
school.
you won't laugh.
Okay,
You
then.
won't laugh.
You can't say that
You
shit.
won't laugh. So, what? I mean, I was 11 years old. We had a little. I was in, living in New York, living on Lower East Side Manhattan. We had a little Henry Street settlement. We had a little talent show. So that time, this was 1986 or 7, I believe it was. At the time, the hot song was "Party All the Time" by Eddie Murphy.
This,
Why you see that? You
this-
laughing already?
this story's about to go downhill.
You laughing already?
This story's about to go downhill.
That was the joint. That was
I was
the
watching the
joint.
video.
So that was my performance for the talent show.
Party all the time.
Party all the time.
Nigga, I would have booed the shit out of you.
I had, I tell you the truth. I had me a gray suit with a salmon color, button-up shirt with the collar wide open. Oh yeah, $100. We on 12. I need this $100.
Uh-huh. There you
And I sang that song like my life depended on it. And that was the first gig I ever did and got paid for. And let me say something. It's been about money ever since.
So the funny thing is about
And you know what my first song on my mix today was on Texas Free Radio?
what?
Party all the time, baby.
So the funny thing is, my brother has light brown eyes, and then Derek has green eyes. So when either it was, hey, you see your brother, ain't you the brother that got the light eyes, or you see your cousin with the green eyes? Like, damn, motherfuckers, nigga, I got a name. Damn it. I have an identity.
You that dude.
Ain't you the man that's related to that dude? with
Yeah,
the
so you know what? So since you don't know my identity, I'm a Joan on you. So you know.
You gonna remember my name?
But nah, music is love, man. You can cross all bounds with music. No boundaries will cross with music. You can talk to everybody through music. You can love everybody through music. Music is soulful, man, and I love it to death.
So one I gotta say, and I wanna salute you. It's always a good feeling when you see one of your homies elevate. Like, you know, like I said, I remember when we was carrying DJ Grip's crates in the car, and you know, and for you to be a police DJ, yeah, nigga, we was house party.
Hold on.
Big ass
You want a
speakers.
real story? You want a real house party story? It was 1991. We at Park Center Apartments.
Yeah.
That's actually where I lived at. I lived at Park Center Apartments, and one of the girls in the building had a party. She didn't have no DJ. This is how I met Grip, met King, met everybody. It was like,
my
yo,
name all and my government name all on the line.
my
And
bad.
shit.
You just said her.
He called my nickname.
I called you by your nickname. You did. I did. I take an L, man. Come on. So we in the party room, and there's no DJ. Somebody was like, yo, this cat named Malik, DJ. Somebody ran up on him. It's like, yo, can you come DJ the party? We like 7 cars deep. Ride to his house, pick up all his equipment, bring it back to the bar, and we DJ that party to security. Say, hey, y'all too late. That's just how the friendship actually began. And
I know.
Say,
Yeah.
let's say what?
and I mean, we like, but the funny part is, I knew none of them. I knew nobody at the party. I input myself. Y'all need help? Yeah, then come around with it. It was like, I know we did 7 cars deep. Somebody had the turntable. Somebody had to have the record. Somebody had to grab the speaker.
So here's the
So-
funny thing about that story, if I believe. One of the cars, real talk, I've never had a license. But one of the cars that was used was my mother's car.
Probably would.
Was a Chevette. It was a Chevrolet.
Yes, sir.
The Chevrolet that we took over
Yes,
the
sir. Yes.
Yo, we really lived the house party life. No lie. The big ass speaker in the back of the Chevette and shit.
Yeah.
We really lived that shit.
You scratching my shit. No, that was the most funny shit.
No, but real talk. He's not lying. One of the cars was a Chevette.
That was my mom's car.
And we did that part. But he did that part. All I did was carry speakers, and I was actually amazed by it because, especially now to see how far we all have come, to see how far we've come since those 90s, to see how we went from using 30 different turntables, you have 20 different speakers, 2 different amps. The mixer was the size of this table. You know what I'm saying? Now we.
Yo. You remember when Grip had the realistic Radio Shack mixer?
The mixer.
Yo, you remember the Radio Shack motherfucking mixer? Yo, nigga, you thought you was doing something now. Yo, when you first DJ, the first nigga deep piece of equipment was a Radio Shack mixer. It's called Realistic. I remember that shit. Shit was about like this big. That shit was hilarious.
So if that's how we all got here, man. And I couldn't DJ one for that. I was just a dude around, and they gave me a title. I can't say the name right now because that name is dead, gone and buried. Let's just say I was very talkative with the opposite sex. Let's just say like that. I was that guy.
He was a player.
I was that guy. You know,
He's a
I
player.
didn't have a problem talking to the lady. I'll say like that.
He said he could play.
So
This nigga took
We all have a past.
this nigga took one of our friends to the prom and was hollering at other girls while he was at the prom with her. Now I mean, granted it was a platonic friendship, but this nigga really went out there like that.
I mean, I've seen
this is live, right?
Yeah,
Really, you gonna do me like that live?
yeah.
I mean, granted, this you talk about 91, 92, but
It was 92.
you low key stitching like your boy CP3 over there.
It was 92.
Man, sometimes we be out with a chick and you see another chick and it's an
It's a
opportunity.
problem. That's a problem.
Sometimes you get that chance.
You know,
But
the thing about it is we all grown.
we all did, and the one thing about it is we all, I wouldn't even say friendship. All family bonds have always been there. So I remember when I was working at Blockbuster, and I was like, yeah, I'm at the Blockbuster on Duke Street. Then I turn around, and he walks in the door, what up? You know, and even when I was in Texas, Renee got to perform. He was actually, because he was in a different part of Texas, but he was actually trying to come see the last time I was in Texas, Renegade perform and stuff. So it's always good because like when you have people that support you, and like real life support. When we talk about real friendship, real bonds and stuff like that, like we joke and stuff, and anybody that survived being a friend with me to my teenagers is real cool because I'm an asshole. Like, unfortunately, you know, D was in ROTC, so every time I saw him, I had a G.I. Joe joke, you know,
I was.
but that's just,
People didn't like me.
Yeah, that's easy. Hey,
but the thing was though, but the thing was like I can joke on D. I would joke D out. As soon as you said something about him, then I would switch my attention. And the minute, and that was a trap. Me and him could go back and forth. We could talk about each other all day long. Niggas, you say one thing, like I will start on you until the cows come home, and then they looking at him. Then they looking at him like, is your man gonna shut him? He's like,
nope.
You at least gotta give them a warning.
No.
Nah.
You at least gotta give them a
No, I
warning
don't
so they
want
know
it.
what they walking into.
You walked in something today. Why?
CP3.
See,
CP3.
I've always given a heads up.
No, first of all, you're lying, but
I do always give a heads up. I tell them, hey, look, this isn't going to go well for you, so you need to stop.
that's
You know what?
down.
I just met you.
Back in the day,
And you know that's bullshit.
Hold on.
And you know that's
I
bullshit.
just met him. You know he look like that dude. If me and you argue with a cat, we argue with a cat, and I'm like, yo, back up off me, woo woo. He look like the dude that's gonna swing over my back and hit.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
That is him.
That's it.
That is him. He's lying.
You know what I'm saying? We not talking about that. I'm like, yo, back up off me, yo. You don't want these problems, blah blah blah. He that dude. You old dog.
He's the dude. He's the dude. If a nigga,
What's my man from Silence, Max?
Oh,
he's the dude. He's right. He's older. He's the dude. If a nigga bump you in the mall, right? And he don't say excuse me, and you like, man, fuck that nigga. He like, no, that nigga ain't say excuse me.
I'm speaking of now.
and you
I'm
gonna
not
stop
speaking of my
everything.
past.
Well, they speaking to their past.
I'm speaking of what the way.
And stop pretending that you've been. First of all, when I met you,
Look,
sir, you were not that way.
I know I wasn't. This
Okay,
was
so
growth.
Nigga, you fucked a dude's sister at your job because he pissed you off.
I have a vindictive personality. I know this.
That's what we're saying.
Yeah, okay.
We're pointing that out.
But I gave him the warning beforehand.
What did you say?
I would ruin your life.
What you say? I'm a narcissist now.
No, I'm telling him if you keep fucking with me, I will do something to ruin your life.
And that's only
Did you
because
ruin
you
his
were
life
Yes,
or hers?
because his sister
Both.
was his heart.
both.
And now
He
she
ruined
got
both of their lives.
3 kids by 3 different dudes because I turned her out.
He ruined
But I
both
feel
of their
bad that she was
lives.
collateral damage. I'm
He-
sorry.
Oh, you feel bad? Oh, you feel bad?
I feel bad now.
Hold on. Let me put the camera on him because I really want to see the lies in his eyes. Man, say that shit
I feel
again.
bad now.
But you smiling. But you smiling when you say it. So did
That's
you really?
not how you
Because I feel
do
okay
it.
saying that. At the end of the day, I was still
So
right
you
to the
regret nothing. You regret nothing.
I regret that her life turned out the way that it did.
Because of you.
You
Yeah.
did that.
But you would do it all over again.
I had to.
Yo. Yo, CP3, move the mic closer so we can hear some more of this bullshit. Move that mic closer. Move that mic closer.
Better man than I was the day
This
before.
is when people try to say that we gang up on you. You say nonsense.
Because I'm telling stories from my past and I'm trying to be a
But no,
better
and then
man.
you're lying to surround the story.
It's not lies. This is true. I did feel something more for
You-
her, not for him.
You feel remorse?
Yeah.
So when you committed the act of sin, did you feel any remorse?
Huh?
That's what I thought. If you can hard, you can hear, nigga.
That wasn't the feeling I was feeling.
Y'all
I
wild.
just-
Y'all wild.
We only told the
I
truth.
don't, look, I don't even know CP3, but you know what? You can rock.
But wait a minute, D.
What's up?
You don't even know him, but yet you described him with perfect 10 minutes ago.
But as I said, that's why he can rock with me. I need every now and then we need that dude.
You gotta have that dude
You
that's
gotta
going
have
to
that
put it
dude.
across that line and be like, you know
You're
what?
getting that you didn't know, right?
But I have to be.
See,
You know, you gotta have that one cat that's on the team that
ain't
don't
right.
mind taking one
That they ain't right.
for the team.
Because I'm gonna be logical, I'm gonna break it down, and then once I
But-
realize that there's no point, then yeah, we're gonna do what we gotta do.
Because he know though, when he take that one for the team gonna make sure he all right.
But he's saying it like oh, it's gonna take a lot to get you there. It's not.
No, I don't
believe
that. I don't
It does
believe
not.
that. I don't
It
believe
takes
you sees him all the way. I think it's a wrap.
It takes-
It takes more.
it takes air.
I think the wind blow. If the wind
It
blow
takes
left,
air.
it's over.
If the nigga inhales 3 seconds, he's like, yeah, I want to beef.
Yeah, now that I believe.
Okay.
It doesn't happen that often. Now that I haven't been on security anymore.
What doesn't happen?
When I was doing security, yes, it did. I did have a short
Okay.
thing with
Hey,
this.
you
Okay,
over
wait,
there
wait,
stuttering now.
so-
You over there
so-
stuttering. Yes, it did.
Wait,
It did.
you
So,
Yeah,
since
so-
you left security, you have gotten into wars with people online.
But not
So the fact
physically
that-
though.
Right, because you can't get to them, but you welcome them to your
But
home.
that's still better though.
TB,
Oh, okay, so let me get it straight. So you out here having Twitter beefs,
Yeah,
and then you tell them pull up to the door.
yeah,
Yes.
that's where I'm at.
So
Tell them
he's
when you
trying
pull
to
up to
make
the
it
door.
physical.
So you're engaging.
Yeah,
yes.
and then when they
This
got there,
nigga challenged the whole Gogo man to a fight with his
Hey,
security.
play. I don't know you like that. Not the whole,
hey,
not the whole logo band.
No, they
The whole
started it,
Congo
bruh.
man.
They
The
started,
conga player and everything.
bro. It started with the
He said
lead
they
dude.
started.
It started with the lead dude.
The conga player and everybody.
Yeah.
When
Piano player.
yeah, man.
Tambourine
And
dude.
who
And
hooked
but the
up
worst
with
part is my backup,
Wyatt
bitched out, dog. My backup
The,
bitched
the,
out.
the dude who plugged the speakers in.
Oh, he was the main one.
Oh my God.
Cause I had to be look. The show was over.
But he didn't back down. though. That's the crazy thing.
Look, they had to be out of there by 2:00. It was 1:45. I told the dude that's running the PA board, look, time to shut it down. All right, well, we recording. Give me like 5 more minutes. I'm like, nah, dog, you gotta go. So he didn't do it. So I told him I will unplug this fucking board right now if you don't shut the show down. And I was about to pull the plug. They shut the show down, and the lead dude decided he wanted to jump out there. You know, who you think you are, man? You know, when the other dude here, he does it. I'm not the other dude. So then his security, some 6'6" dyke, gets up in my face, talking about you ain't gonna talk to my
We're
man
about to
like
get
that.
put on that.
Real quick.
After she get up, then he get up, then another nigga come up, and I tell him point blank, like, dude, I can go to your website and know where you are 7 days a week. All you know about me is security, dog. So if you want to do this, we can do this. I was going through the equalizer shit in my head, dog. I had my taser on me, I had my baton, I had the pistol in the trunk. I was like, I'm gonna chop this nigga in the throat, I'm gonna kick this nigga
Oh
in the
You
my
nuts.
see why this show's at the bar? Because the shitty fuck was making fun of Trump.
That's in my pants.
But that wasn't that
Yeah.
long ago.
Nigga,
It was like 16
That's
years
your
ago.
man.
Nigga, that was 5 years
That's your
ago.
man.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know. Exactly. 5 years ago.
You like the real call for a nigga who's supposed to be scared.
you know,
So we did the money convo video. So we needed somebody for the role of gunman number 2. So my man was like, "Yo, do you got another dude that can play the gunman?" And I was like, "Oh, I got the perfect dude."
Yeah.
So when he walks over with me, they're like, "Oh shit, yeah, he do look like gunman number 2."
What the gunman number 2 look like? I mean, I'm just
Somebody
saying.
who gonna rob you.
Yeah.
No,
But
he looked like
so
he
they-
walked up like he gonna rob you.
so they was like, "Yo, let me tell you how dedicated to his role we were." It was hot. It was like August when we shot the video. He was like, "Yeah, I gotta wear a long sleeve black shirt because gotta cover up my tattoo." Nigga, it's a video.
I mean, you gotta be real, dog. You can't have tattoos,
Realism is the best.
Exactly.
I'm
No,
not
You
mad.
can identify
But
No, no,
how
no, no,
you
no.
just say that,
Wait a minute.
lets us know what you have done.
Wait a minute.
No, time out. I would have said the same.
But D, I ain't done yet.
He's
Because
not really-
I'd have been like, yo, if
So-
you play gun, well, hold on. If you didn't like, yo, I'm playing gunman number 2, yo, I need a black hoodie. I need black jeans.
Yep.
I need all black A1s, or I need all black Timbs. I need black gloves
Yeah, those two.
and some sunglasses.
You know what was colored? You know what was colored?
What was coming?
The gun.
Because you had the orange tip on the front.
No.
Yes, that's where you're wrong. That's where you're
What
wrong.
color was the gun?
Go ahead.
So Renegade, my nephew, had a
Right.
prop gun,
Right.
but we didn't have another prop gun. So I said CP3.
So we didn't have a prop gun.
Yeah, no.
That means we had to use a
Uh-huh. Say,
live
Yeah, for realism, you know,
realism. Yeah.
make
I
it
got you.
authentic.
Now,
he was safe though.
It wasn't loaded.
there it is. That's what I'm saying.
He was safe. He was safe, but
So
but,
it wasn't heavy.
but first of all,
The bullets was in my book bag.
first of all, he made my peoples nervous and shit. He's like showing them, yo, so it ain't loaded. They was like, okay.
I was being safe.
They,
Like,
they,
no,
they had to buy folks.
They looking at me.
However, I got the bullets.
They looking at me with that nigga.
They give me that look.
I'm
Nigga.
just saying.
Now, my
I'm trying to
question
make
was-
sure everybody's safe.
Wait, you know how you can make them feel even better? You should have gave them the fire. If you have gave them the fire, then they would have been okay. Because we all know that.
Yeah.
Well, some of us might know.
Yeah.
So let me give you a quick explanation. A weapon won't fire without a fire in it.
Very true.
Just no information that y'all might not know.
But he was showing that it was not loaded.
We were in a
But that's what I'm saying. He probably should have took the fire pin out.
However,
And then it wouldn't have
I was supposed to go for range later on.
so however, he did have his
whole box.
yeah.
Had a whole box in his bag.
Yeah.
I mean, the clip was empty. So
Wait a minute. And here's the crazy thing. I asked him how he got there.
Yeah.
How he got away
Transportation.
His motor transportation that particular
to
day.
get to the shoot?
Yeah.
How did you get to the shoot?
I thought the
As in the subway.
Yeah.
Hey, have you ever seen those go signs?
They said it's not to have a firearm.
They say no food.
Well, you don't have to tell me. I know.
And I'm sure he had food and drink too.
He probably had a slice of
So let
pizza.
me
So
see the burger.
Did you eat on the train?
You see the burger.
It was like
Okay,
9
so,
o'clock in the morning, man. You never know what kind
he
of
can come down to Texas. He can rock.
Oh yeah.
Well, he was lucky he texted.
Houston a lot. I was at Houston a
But
lot.
we need to link up when this is over.
Oh,
When you touch down
Oh, yeah.
on me,
Something, right?
I'm en route.
Some ain't right. He going to hell.
Why is that?
No, I'm living good now.
Nah,
I'm
he
getting
good.
to heaven, man.
He
You
like
what?
I'm a giving soul now. So I'm
He like Jamie Foxx. He living better.
Exactly.
Let me
That was
say
a good
Every day is a day.
If he make it into heaven.
Exactly. That's the mantra I live by.
You know, everybody, technically, we all can make it in heaven.
Yeah, but
Because all you got to do, according to the so-called good book, is repent, right?
you think he's repentant?
No, all I have to do is ask for forgiveness. I don't have to.
Huh? You what?
Some of my stuff. Some of
Where
my
does
stuff-
Where does it say you necessarily have to be saved? All I do is ask for forgiveness.
All right.
But we're going to figure out.
I said so.
But see, my dilemma is I've been seeking.
That's another what they call another show
Yeah, that's a whole nother show.
because we can get there on another show. Today's about music.
So I'm gonna let Lady Antoinette ask you a question.
She can ask me what she likes. Be careful, because you know what the Chinese say, if you wear what you wish for.
But I mean, but I asked very good question.
I just said
That's why he said it that way.
Ooh. CP3. I need some motion.
Oh my God. You about to go down serious.
Nah, we're not gonna go down here. I'm gonna keep it PG.
You.
I'm
But
trying
what
to
about
make
you?
it
That's why I'm keeping it
That's
PG.
what I'm saying.
I keep it PG. They keep it R.
I keep
We
it PG
come
all
here.
the time.
We get
And
into
R.
TV 14.
No, they are NC-17.
That's why we come somewhere around TV 14.
No, it has to be G-rated for the show to even survive.
Hold on.
I mean, we're PG.
It's my turn to P. Pablo, man. I'm gonna be waving my shirt in the air, man. North Carolina.
Oh, that's a good amount too. Thank
I
you.
had to keep him from dying on
I ain't even from
camera.
North Carolina.
Woo!
And
That's some good shit right
I
there.
know, nigga, I know. That shit is pure.
Y'all keep that over there.
That's some pure pressure.
That shit is pure
I'm gonna say it again.
motherfucking joy in
Y'all
a
keep
cup, my
that.
nigga.
Over there.
That is pure joy in a cup,
Woo!
my nigga.
That's just some good shit.
You got that for the backwoods. You got that for the bayous, huh?
North Carolina?
No, it's not like the bayou, Louisiana.
Louisiana and Atlanta do got something better strong.
Man.
But this shit right here,
So
Yeah, before you even answer that actual question, shout out to Alexis from Limelight Management. Her artist PG Strap just got signed to Empire Records.
okay.
We interviewed PG Strap a little while ago. But definitely shout out, big supporter of the show. Always sending this artist and people to interview. We definitely salute you, Alexis. Keep doing your thing and keep grinding, man. At the bar, we always support.
Yes.
appreciate it. All the love that you send me.
I'm ready for whatever question you have.
Ooh,
All right.
you sure you don't want to drink first?
I just have one.
I mean some moonshine.
I ain't messing.
He got the goose.
Pressure was pipes. Won't bust me.
If he got goose, he good.
I mean, Texas,
I mean-
big.
Well, first, I'm not a Texas dude. I live in Texas.
It's not represent.
I'm a New York dude.
He represents.
That's what New York was,
You know, I'm gonna say it again. We can have this game. You will not win.
He just want everybody
I know
to bring
he
it.
want to go
Because they
in.
all, because
You won't
I
win.
was the same way with tequila, and then now they got me turned up to the fucking.
That's
can't even talk. Oh,
we tear Casamigos up.
He
I'm saying it
can't
again. I'm good.
But yeah. So as a DJ, you know, you have gigs or performances, whatever you choose to say.
Mhm.
Can you give me an example of a really good set and then a really bad
You mean like?
that you had personally?
You mean is it like the party itself, or you mean like music one?
Well,
You mean like the reaction?
yeah, just in
Well,
general.
Well, first thing first, any party you do, and I don't know about any other DJ, I know me. When you drop a song, first and first, you can't be like everybody else. And secondly, you need to remember what you did last week ain't gonna work this week.
Right.
But for me, what gets my heart going is when you drop that song. I don't care if it's a house party. I don't care if it's a club. I don't care if it's a block party. You drop that one song and you hear everybody go, ooh. I don't know if y'all ever saw Eddie Murphy Raw. If you notice, Eddie Murphy is my dude. I don't know if you saw Eddie Murphy Raw when he talked about having sex with a woman and she makes that noise, that ooh. In the mind, he said, oh, I got your ass now. When I drop a song and the whole beat and the people like, oh, like I ain't heard that the minute that, and I know I can go that route, I got you. And when I got you, I ain't letting you go. I'm gonna keep a chokehold on it. Now, bad sets, I don't really think there's no such thing as a bad set. You have to find your crowd. It may take one song, it may take an hour and a half, but you have to find your crowd. And once you find your crowd, got you. And I mean, I'll tell my best set is when they come to me and say, yo, you know it's time to go, right?
Right.
The lights on? Oh, my bad, I'm sorry. He way ready to go home yet.
Right.
That's a good set. There's no such thing as a bad set. It's, I need to find where you're at. And a lot of people don't get, they get frustrated. But the people who get frustrated are those who don't know their music. You know, I have mentors. DJ Drip is a mentor to me. He mentors me. I call him, I'm in Texas, yo, woo. I appreciate you. I got another guy, DJ Double Six. He's out of Tennessee right now. It's a Clark. He was the first dude to put me on radio. I call him faithfully about anything. If I can't get in touch with Grip, I get in touch with Six. If I can't get in touch with Six, I get in touch with Grip. Right? Because in reality, I've been doing this for over almost 20 years, but it's still new. I still get nervous before every show. And Six told me, the minute you stop getting nervous is the minute you need to stop DJing. I love that anticipation. I love the show. I love the party. I love the noise. I love the dancing. And let me say it today. DJ D-Bell, the 3-9 Monster, I do not DJ for guys. When I say I do not DJ for guys, don't ask me for tear the club up. Don't ask me for who you with. Don't ask me for none of that. I DJ for these ladies. I want to see these ladies dance. The more ladies dance, the more fellas gonna get on the floor. I don't want to see 30 dudes jumping up and down in the street.
Skinny jeans.
In the skinny jeans.
No, they can't jump there skinny jeans. That's a contradiction.
But y'all understand what I'm saying. I ain't mad with him. I got an issue with it too.
Now, hold. Didn't you point out the dude
Okay, but he
on the
never did
way?
this. He
That
never
dude
did
had
this.
skinny jeans on, hanging off his ass, and looked like he's about our age.
Yeah, that's
First of all, I'm 35.
Like,
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna take the high road because I'm not gonna mess
Well,
with
see,
it. I'm not messing with it.
See, I'm with you. I hate. What's the purpose of buying skinny jeans to wear them on my knee?
No, but hold on. As a
now you gonna
man,
run from the top.
as a man, why are you wearing skinny jeans and having a -8 kid at home because you got a yeast infection just like your girl?
So
That's my situation.
No,
I was
So-
doing security, bro.
I wasn't gonna go that route.
So
But
before we get lost,
you down, bro,
before we get lost on skinny jeans in the CP3 brand,
I see. We about to go left field. with
you
it.
better go left. So let me bring us back. 'Cause we do have another guest in the
Yeah, we
building.
got. I know. I gotta get off of here, man.
But I want to say this. The one thing about one, I'm proud of you. Two, the one thing about DJ Grip, and I wish he was in here so he could hear this. But the one thing about DJ Grip is like DJ Grip taught me. He opened my eyes about music. Like me, because I was very one dimensional when it came to hip hop. You know, boom, boom, boom. Like if it's Nas, I like it. If it's Hammer, I don't.
That's what we did. When
But-
Hammer came out, I was hot.
Nigga,
I was out there. Let's get started like everybody else.
nigga, I remember you had the pants.
Oh.
And
Hold up, with the patent of the shoes. Don't
Right,
do me
I
like
had,
that.
I had the parachute.
wait a minute. And I remember when he came to school just like Chris Carr. I fried his ass that day too.
But
I
I still did it.
that
But he
one
did.
time. The jumper backwards, I did that one time. But then
I never
Yo. But I salute because I fried his ass and he still kept his clothes on. Most niggas would have changed their clothes after because I go all day. I'd be like, but
I had the rapper shoes.
I salute Grip because as with Grip taught him stuff about music, Grip taught me stuff about music that made me a better MC. So learning the difference of making music for the people versus making music for yourself. And with Grip, he showed me like listening, like really listen and you know, for every Rakim, there's a Fresh Prince.
Right.
You know, and just because you like Rakim don't mean you have to hate the Fresh Prince. You know, my favorite I was a Kumo D fan and he was an LL fan. And I couldn't stand fucking LL. He was from Queens. Because I was a hater. I'm still a hater.
If you are cool fan, of course you could.
And of course, because you know I'm a hater, so I mean I hate for no reason. So, but then listening to LL, I started to. I couldn't fucking stand it. I'm the type of guy some bullshit. Kumo D was this, and then
that was a nice one.
no, stop lying to
I
yourself.
hated that walk like a panther.
Stop lying.
I like that track though.
No, I like big old butt now.
Yeah. But then when exactly. But then Grip, you know, when his love of LL, and then when LL teamed up with Marley Marl and they did Booming Systems, I'm like, oh, whoa.
Yeah.
I mean, and then you heard the jingling, baby, you like, oh, ho. I thought I didn't like this dude, and you know he's dissing all these niggas. Yeah, but then you had, but it's what it is, but listening to people who have different. Listening to people who's not afraid to say, I have different taste than you. But, you know, just because you say it's garbage doesn't mean it's garbage. But let me show you why it's not garbage. It's a special concept. Because a lot of people, when you surround yourself with yes men, you can't grow.
Right.
But when you surround yourself with people who are going to challenge your opinion, that's one thing I love about the show is that we challenge the opinion. We all may not agree on the same thing. But surrounding yourself with people who challenge your opinion allows you an opportunity to elevate and grow. And that's what I got musically from Grip. Like we didn't agree everything on like just because I like KRS-One, like his favorite rap was LL, my favorite rap was KRS-One. That's two different. But he'll take time to listen to the Boogie Down Productions and listen to the You Must Learn and then turn around and play I'm the Type of Guy and Big Ol' Butt at the same time. So that appreciation of music I got from him, and I learned a lot musically from him, and opened my ears, because when I finally learned that there's a space for all of us. You have your space for your Rakims, you have your space for your Nas, your Jay-Z's, but you also have your space for your Will Smith. You have your space for your MC Hammers. You have your space for your 3-6 Mafia. You have your space for your Little Zanes and all these other dudes who may make these club or these popular girl records at the time. So there's a space and a spot for those. So I learned that from DJ Grip, and the fact that, and even, I'm very proud to see him carrying on his legacy, DJing all the way in Texas. And now, real talk, D Bell's a fleet DJ. He's on the radio. He came up today with a mix on the radio right now as we speak. And that's what's up, because that's the growth, that's the evolution. It's and it's a win not just for him, it's a win for all of us. When he told me, I was like, congratulations. Right. And by the way, Fleet DJs does have a packages for up and coming artists to promote your stuff. And no, nigga, it's not free.
Please let him know.
Your girlfriend is free. Her cousin probably free. Your baby mama's was probably free, but that package is not free. Like if you're going to invest in yourself, damn sure contact me. I'll put you in contact with D. But if you're not trying to invest in yourself and you wanna walk around in some Jordans, some retro Jordans that cost $300, or fake ass watch that you got from the middle of the mall, like don't contact me, because I don't have time for that shit. Because I'm gonna tell you, don't have me contact my man who's really about that life and you about bullshit. Like I don't have fake watches. Like all my watches is real, by the way.
Why is that so
It is like dog, don't tell me about $300 Jordans, nigga. I buy wrestling title belts for $300 and sit them on my counter for nothing. Like, get the fuck out of here with that. Like, so I'm not just saying. I ain't even going up. I'm just being real. Like, and now I'm about to go off though, because I will salute DJ D Bell, and I will salute my man DJ Grip. Just because you buy 2 CDJs and a mixer don't make you a fucking DJ.
Preach.
Like, a lot of y'all cats couldn't even mix cake butter.
Preach.
Y'all don't even know how to mix pancake. Y'all don't even know how to mix fucking French toast.
Preach.
They can't mix pancakes, cake butter, nuts, cake butter. They can't mix
Preach.
shit. Y'all can't even mix a drink. But y'all sit up there and y'all will call yourself a DJ, and it's an art to being a DJ. Just like some of y'all niggas can't rap and call yourself rappers, but that's a wholly different story. But a lot of y'all niggas do call yourself DJs, and y'all ain't real DJs. Like just playing records and saying I'm such and such. Shut the fuck up. You know why? Because on the real, it takes skill to mix. It takes skills to blend. It takes skills to know the right song. If you're DJ, and this is how you know your DJ sucks, and I'm gonna end it with this. If you are at a party and your DJ is playing a whack ass song, and you look at the DJ council and he's at the bar getting a drink, your DJ is officially on his knees. He sucks. He's not paying attention. Any DJ will know if they play a song for 10 seconds and the people are not, and am I lying? DJ? If the people, I got an MC in here shaking his head like that. That is the truth. If they are not fucking engaged, they're what? Switching the record.
We need to come to another.
Yeah. If your DJ is at the bar, you need to get a refund.
First, the better question is, why is the DJ at the bar and nobody taking care of the DJ?
That's another thing. But that's because he sucked.
Facts.
That's because he sucked.
Yeah,
he wasn't,
that's your $100 DJ.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, if you paid $100 for that type of DJ, you paid too much.
I got some of my DJs in training watching y'all in salt. I could have done.
Hey,
Shit.
we,
They got really
we,
deep.
ain't- we ain't gonna talk about that Wiz Khalifa incident, but I'm just saying.
Oh man, I was.
He was wrong.
I was going
He was dead wrong.
He was dead wrong.
About that, but I'm gonna leave that alone.
First of all, Wiz
Okay.
Khalifa music
First
really
and first,
sucks.
I'm gonna say like King Capri said, if it was me, we'd threw hands and talked about it later.
Yeah.
I'm cutting your mic off because I control your mic. You put your hands on my controller, on my turntable, son, you ask for everything you want.
That's not the same way I feel.
But I'm gonna walk away from that. I know we got another guest in here. I'm gonna go ahead and get up off of here, man. I appreciate you. At the Bar Radio, thank you for having me. I want to shout out to my Fleet Radio, Fleet DJs, Texas Fleet Radio, DJ Butter, Capital A, appreciate y'all. Y'all can catch me every Sunday, Eastern Standard Time, 4 to 5. Texas Fleet Radio is social Sundays. Straight old school, backyard, slow your weekend down, get you ready for Monday, you know what I'm saying?
So they can catch you. So how would they listen to
They
you?
can download the Texas Fleet Radio app.
Okay.
Or you can download the Fleet Radio Network and find the Texas Fleet Radio. And matter of fact, I think I got a text today. I will be actually on a Southern Soul station too on Thursdays. I gotta come up with a name for a station, so y'all holler at me. You can find me on Facebook under Derek Bell. That's DERRECKBELL. You can find me on Instagram, DJ D Bell. You can find me on Twitter, DJ_D_Bell. Holler at me. I follow back. Don't come at me with no trash though, because I'll give you over to my man. He gonna roast you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They say CP3 free too. Also, let me get one more quick shout out. We have Texas Fleet Week. That's what my man was talking about. Texas Fleet Week, December 8th through the 11th. We are doing showcases. You want to get your music showcase. You want to do a show. Contact Texas DJ, Texas Fleet Radio.
Send me the flyer.
I will send you the flyer, sir. We will get down. We will put you on. Come holler at us. It's also a toy drive. December 8th through the 11th. Holler at us. I'm out here, man.
Thank you. Yo, shout out to my man Super Cool Cat, who's a rapper. I've interviewed him. He just said the same thing. Yo, you're not a DJ if you're doing a playlist, my boy. Yes, indeed. We're about to play a video, then we're gonna introduce our other guests in the building. And one more thing. This is just for you, CP3. But one more thing, DJ D Bell. So we're gonna do volume 1 of Fuck Being Sober at the Bar mixtape. I'm gonna get some artists to do that, and then I'm gonna get DJ Grip to actually mix it. And we'll do volume 2, and I may actually recruit you to mix that if you can.
Really. Call me up, man. You need anything from me, I'm in here. Until, like you said, we go back 30 plus.
So CP3, this video is for you. This is Envy Jazzo. I was searching IG for independent artists, and you should like this video. It's called Little Booty Twerk.
Little booties matter, dog. Little booties matter.
I saw this and I was like,
When little booties twerk,
I saw this and I was like,
you getting all excited, you wanna jump inside it, you better catch this work. Throw that thing like a boomerang and bring it back. Throw that thing like a boomerang and bring it back. Throw that thing like a boomerang and bring it back. Throw that thing like a boomerang and bring it back. Throw that ass like you tryna get a bag. Throw that ass like you tryna get a bag. Throw that ass like you tryna get some cash. Throw that ass like you tryna get some cash. Bounce that booty like a trampoline, little booty queen, juicy like a tangerine. He wanna come and squeeze. They love my little bit, I be cutting up. He gon' blow the bag on me, I'ma fuck it up. Toot it up, back it up, flip the little niggas eat pancakes every day. That's a booty, little but it jiggle. Twerk it, watch it wiggle. Little booties matter, he gon' eat it like a Skittle. When little booties twerk, ooh, little booty. You getting all excited, you wanna jump inside it, you better catch this work. When little booties twerk, ooh, little booty. You wanna get behind me, I'm about to catch a high me if you can't catch this work. Little booty got your man in a frenzy. Drop it low and bring it back like a frisbee. Made him throw a rock, now he buying me a Benzie. I'm all about the Benjis, I'm money making envy. I don't need no ass shot, booty moving non-stop. He gon' pay me off the top. When we play, he on the clock. Booty flat like some bubble gum, but he wanna chew me. Popping ass like a price tag, roller coaster that booty. When little booties twerk,
Run, young.
That boy P, so
Run,
crazy.
no. I was down, now I'm really about to go get up. 10 rounds, now that nigga can't get up. That's what you get when you go fuck with the vision. My money be piling, we don't do division. The feds be watching, I just gotta get up. I was just down, now I'ma get up. Sleeping on me, I bet they didn't get up. My money was low, but now I'ma get up. Oh, bet that we get up. Pushing this weight, I'm doing sit-ups. I was just dirty, now I got my fit up. Too good for these bitches, I bet they gon' miss us. And I pack a bag if you think that I'm trippin'. I keep this shit brisk like I'm sip Lipton. Even though niggas don't know what to get on. You ain't shit, so your niggas go and get on. Get you some pack, go make a flip homes. Yeah, I'm stuck in my bad ways. Niggas always being burnt out, so I dip them all in the ashtray. I don't understand these niggas that just always talking about, yeah, they past ways. I don't understand these bitches always comparing me to they past days. I give a fuck about you, you give a fuck about me. I just be rapping for money, you be rapping for free. Feel like that I rap like a god, the reason they call me a G. I'm against all of these odds. Niggas ain't fucking with me. Never no worries, Hakuna Matata. They say that I'm hot cause the devil wear Prada. I'm Soulja Boy first and these niggas gon' follow. Catching no feelings, you catching these hollows. Raul Rodriguez like I fuck with Rollo. Ain't got no time when I see this Movado. Bet that bitch shine like I'm in Monte Carlo. Looking at me like I done hit the lotto. Counting your last days, get hit up. Talking that trash, hey, on Twitter. Your bitch, she be bad, yeah, I'm with her. When she see me, her face be lit up. Boy, better go ahead and mind your business. I don't go back and forth like tenor. Run this game, I don't get no finna. But we bout to get up. 10 rounds, now that nigga can't get up. That's what you get when you go fuck with the vision. My money be piling, we don't do division. The feds be watching, I just gotta get up. I was just down, now I'ma get up. Sleeping on me, I bet they didn't get up. My money was low, but now I'ma get up. Oh.
Can't take no
It's just
niggas.
like that.
First of all, CP3, you lying like shit.
Look.
They didn't heard the conversation, so you ain't gotta incriminate yourself,
All
dog.
right, look.
We got a guest in the building.
But hold on, I'm gonna drop some knowledge for the brothers out here.
He about to lie.
Little booty
Nah.
twerk.
In my experience, I ain't gonna say all. In my experience, slim girls take it better than thick girls. Because the thick girls got all that cushion for the pushing, and most of these niggas don't know how to fuck. So when they finally do they can't fuck, they don't know how to deal with it. The slim chicks been small their whole life, so they've been getting pounded on, and they can take that shit. Let's just say, from my experience, I had a chick that was 5'5", 126 pounds. They took everything I gave her and ain't tap out one. I had chicks that was thick, 10 minutes in, and like, I need a break. Like, bitch, we just started. Fuck. That shit ain't right, man.
So you basing this over two different chicks.
Not just two.
I'm just saying though. Did you say?
This is like the
But CP3. Real talk.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna get you. After this question, I'm gonna get you to introduce our guest. But we'll talk. So, if you got a thick chick, don't you pound the thick chick a little bit harder because she's thicker than the small chick?
Nah, because the shit that I do, most niggas don't know how to do. So I know certain ways to get better penetration than most niggas had the patience to learn how to do. So when I start doing what I do, and it gets intense for them, because most dudes don't take the time to figure out a woman's spot, a woman's body, and know what spots make her, get overly excited.
Man, shut your Dr.
I'm
Phil.
just trying to break shit down to you.
Nigga.
And these skinny beans don't know how to treat it. It's not, Dog, when we came up,
Nigga, shut-
we used to clown niggas.
Nigga, can you introduce our guest? Can you introduce our guest? Can you introduce our guest, CP3?
I was having my black on the field on the man. Okay, just go ahead.
You are on. It's so much going on.
Yeah.
I told you I got a lot of shit on my brain.
You got a lot of shit on your brain.
I know, no doubt. But this is my man, Meta Big Feet. Just dropped some new fire that he's been on local airwaves dropping his music. I'm just getting hip to it. I've been social media friends with him for probably about a year or two, and he's dropping music, and I had no idea about it till I checked out some of the stuff he's putting out, and he's putting out some fire. So I said, hey, why don't you come through? That's what we do. We interview independent artists that's on the up and coming and have good following and good music. That we want to get on here and see what really motivates them to put this music out there. So Moonshine included, we decided to call my man in the studio and talk about his new album he just dropped.
What up? What up? How you doing, man?
What up, y'all? What up, man? Y'all have me back in here.
Yeah, you know what?
At least an hour. My face gonna be hurting on my way home.
I gotta apologize. You just walked in on a moonshine day, and it was just.
And we got wine that's what 13% alcohol. Yeah. We had fun tonight.
That's what's up.
And the crazy thing, this ain't even the worst shit that we've had to drink here at the bar.
Oh wow. Okay. That's what's up.
I mean, one time, Lady Antoinette pulled out a gauntlet of liquor from her purse. She came back from Tennessee with a machine gun of this alcohol.
Oh, I think I seen that. It's like a whiskey.
Yo, you said this, yo.
Yeah, I think I seen that before.
I whiskey and moonshine and stuff like that.
Hey, CP3, you know that she got quiet when he, because at first she was about to defend herself, and then he was like, oh yeah, I've seen that show. And then when he said the whiskey, she was like, oh.
See, that was me. I'd have got cut. You know what I'm saying?
I don't cut
The blade became
Anymore.
Exactly.
Let's call Jersey. Raise your hand.
I
You share your blade?
No, I'm talking about alcohol.
Very generous with her blade.
Derek, you go now first.
All right, so we're actually gonna ask you some real questions, not to insult each other. So, what got you into music?
Shoot, man. First of all, I got like 40 names. I was DJing for a while. I was MCing for a while, but basically, I was like one of the first DJs. Like my mother back in the day used to have them car parties and fish and sell dinners and all that stuff back in the early 70s. I'm a little older than everybody, but and they would like make me stand by the record player. You know the thing you had to put like 20 records on the thing and the records would fall down and play.
Oh, y'all fancy stuff.
Yeah, so that's how. Well, it was me. You know, it was me standing over there putting the records on there. So then I had an uncle. He was well, people used to have cabarets, and he was like in DC. He was Doctor. His name was Dr. Soul. He was like a cabaret DJ, and like they was talking about earlier, he used to pay us to carry the crates. You know what I'm saying? We used to have crates and crates of records. So that's basically how was my first introduction to music.
Okay.
So I've been knowing CP3 about 2-3 years. Me and him used to be arguing in Redskin or Commanders support groups. But then most of the time, me and him were the only ones that were really right. Everybody else didn't know what the hell they were talking about. So that's how me and him became friends.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So you like to argue too?
I don't like to argue, but I like to be right.
Exactly. Sometimes you got to prove that point.
Yeah, so so me and him was much alike in that way, and that's how we ended up becoming friends. Because even though sometimes we had opposite sides of opinion on stuff, we still was right 90% more of the time than everybody else in the other group. You know what I'm saying? So
And we still respected each other.
yeah, we still
Even though we might not agree,
with
we
each
were
other.
able to agree to disagree. Because he had good facts and good points, I had good facts and good points. And that's what you got to do nowadays. Is, like I said, it's not about canceling folks if you don't agree with them.
Yeah.
It's about respecting their opinion and saying, okay, you had this point of view. I have this point of view. You have
So,
good
no.
arguments. I have to. Cool. We both have the same goal in mind, the team playing better. So, fuck it. Cool. And I wish most of y'all motherfuckers would learn how to do that, please. Stop trying to cancel motherfuckers and, oh, you don't agree with me, oh, you're a hater, you're a racist. Shut the fuck up and accept somebody else. Hey, he had his rant, let me have my rant. Shit. Exactly. So, please, people, learn how to accept other people's opinions. And if they don't agree with you, doesn't mean that they hate anything or they don't like something. They just different opinion. Nothing wrong with that. We're all human. We're all different. And that's all I got to say.
Oh, okay. Thank you for your moonshine rant.
That's a few cheaper. 2 more cups and you get the AC-17.
Is it my turn to ask a question? Or?
Did he answer that? Did you turn that?
Probably, but I mean, you know, we're going off track.
I'm just saying, I had to get on my soapbox for a little while.
Yeah, courtesy of moonshine. So, you said that was, you know, pretty much just in your family. Your family was your influence,
Right.
starting in music, which is cool.
And let me just say, like, this music I'm putting out now, I'm not, because I have influence of like go-go music, rap music, and different types of music, it's not like all like the best structure for like an MC. You know, if you were looking for an MC, you might look for somebody that comes that are more in that rap genre. But like I said, I use a little bit of the go-go, I use a little bit, just a little bit, I borrow from everybody. And then what I like to say is I like to call it new music for old heads. So if you like that old style, a little bit of that old style, that's kind of what I did on these on this latest, the 2 albums, 2 CDs, whatever that I put out.
Okay, so
The
you're
last
versatile. You're versatile.
I try.
Good.
I try.
So, when you started, can you tell us some of the, especially since you're versatile, can you tell us some of the struggles that you kind of had to go through, having this, I guess, alternative style?
Well, I'll give you one of the first things that happened to me in music, and it was kind of had like a celebrity type feel to it. Me and some of my boys, which one of them is Boo Boo, my man Boo Boo. He actually runs the studio out in Fort Washington. He still runs the studio. He had a group, and because I didn't rap traditional rap, I kind of was like the hype man or the hook, or I had like some stuff for the hook. So I wasn't actually in their group,
Okay.
but I was on a lot of their songs. So we did a showcase at Howard University for this guy named Hakeem Salah, and I believe that's how you say his name, but he was actually turned out to be the president of Def Soul Records, which was Island Records or whatever, it was part of Island Records. So out of all the groups that performed, they took the big groups. They took the group that I was performing with, they took this group from Baltimore, and they took these girls from DC. Because I wasn't in the group, and like I said, because my style wasn't of a traditional rap style, but like I said, it was more of a go-go style, like more talking, like, you know, go-go talkers do, or more that type of thing for hooks and stuff like that. They didn't want to sign me alone. They wanted to sign the group. Well, we were young then. We were in our early 20s or whatever. And so I was telling my buddy, I'm like, you need to sign this. I know we don't have a lawyer, but right now, me in your mother's basement, you know what I'm saying? We got 4-track recorder. We're trying to do this stuff. We need to sign it. So they eventually didn't sign. There was one member in the group that didn't want to sign. And so since I wasn't officially in the group, I had no say.
Right.
So one morning, I wake up and I hear, tell me what you want. I'm like, that's the dude from the thing. So Death Island, they had signed, they wasn't Drew Hill then, but they turned out to be Drew Hill.
Right.
And then the girls that they signed, they turned out to be Pure Soul,
Okay.
which was they had like a wedding song, We Must Be Here. Yeah. So that was kind of a thing that happened to me that set me back, kind of, because I felt bad because all the people made it big or made it in music. Yeah, and we didn't get a chance to do it. So that was a little bit of disappointing, but I had so many other things were going on that I just probably took another avenue and kept on. But I've kind of, like I said, I was DJing up until the pandemic, so I kind of been in music ever since then. Still been in some capacity. Yeah. So it's been cool. Music's been cool. Yeah.
Yeah, when we were talking, you mentioned that you were on one of the local radio stations promoting a project you did a couple of years ago that's actually getting some traction now.
Oh yeah. My song. Oh, sorry. I got excited.
That's all about you.
I have one of the things that I like about doing this music now is I have a lot of nieces and nephews. And actually, my niece is how I got back into recording, because she wanted to record a couple of years ago. And she said, Uncle, every time I try to record, either the guys don't know what they're doing or they want to do it to me. So I was like, okay, we're going to go see my boy. He's going to take care of it. But anyway, in the process of that, I did a song called We Want to Party. And like 2 weeks ago, it was featured on Global 95. And they played it. And it was featuring one of my nephews. And so I just try to show him, or show all of them, really, how you put a project together, how you do promotion, how you just carry yourself and put your own project together. You ain't waiting for nobody and stuff like that. So I got a lot of them on both of those CDs, the 2 CDs that I've done. A lot of my nieces and nephews, some of them singing, some of them rapping. The ones who have talent, because I got a lot of them. So, but that's how I end up getting that project on the radio. Well, actually, DJ Jealousy hit me up on Instagram, which is meta _big_C, and actually I had a clean version, and I sent them a clean version, and they played. Okay. So yeah, they had to have that clean version.
We spoke about that several times about having a clean version, so you can get that airplay when it's available for you. You want to have it, and I know at 1.151 always talks about the copywriting and all the paperwork in proper order, so you can get your music out there, get credit for it, and gain the revenue off of it once you get to that level.
Most definitely.
True indeed. Most people don't even realize that you actually have to have 3 copyrights. It's copyright for you. Copyright for your lyrics, copyright for the beat, and then the composition, which is the beat and the lyrics put together. That's a free game for you. But now let's get to the most important question that I'm about to ask. What's your Mount Rushmore?
Say that again.
What is your Mount Rushmore?
Oh, rappers?
Yes.
MCs? Oh man, I was definitely a pop fan, so it's gonna have to be pop. Just recently I got to see 2 of my favorites at Bruce Picnic, which is Rakim and Black Thought. Okay. And they did a set at the Bruce Picnic that kind of like just blew me away, because Black Thought started doing all the Rakim stuff, and Rakim just set the mic down. So I would say that would be my Mount Rushmore, would be Pop, Rakim, and Black Thought, probably my 3 favorites.
I got a question about you about Pop. I always have a different outlook on Pop.
Hold on. You only gave us 3, right?
Yeah, 3.
I needed 2.
I've been trying to think about 2 more.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've been trying to think about 2 more. Because I always have this question when folks say Tupac. Because I feel like he was a brilliant artist, a brilliant lyricist. But I felt like the Death Row influence and his lasting impression on the world and on hip-hop was thug life. And I feel like his message and his skill as an MC and as a lyricist are overshadowed by that. How do you feel about it?
Well, you know what? I know that the mainstream is going to say thug life, but definitely with a lot of his stuff, man. Like I feel like you can do different things. That's why I felt like on the CDs that I made, I can do different things because you can have a song talking about whooping a nigga ass because you talking about telling them unplug the board, or you can have a song about, look, man, I really care about my mother, I really care about my sister, my women. So I think Pop gave me that as far as in the hip hop game. He gave me that the versatility. So that's why, and plus he may not be the greatest MC, but it was that feeling.
Tupac.
You had to be in that time frame.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you were of age or whatever in that time frame, it was like a comet. It came and it was like boom.
Tupac was great at making you feel emotion.
Right.
And like lyrically, like to me, Big is better lyrically, but Tupac is the one that would, like, he had the Thug singing, Dear Mama.
Yeah.
When he dropped Brenda's Got a Baby off of an article that he read in a newspaper.
Right.
That was so profound to me.
Right.
Like not. It's easy to say I'm a kill a nigga, I'm a slap a nigga, but when you rap Brenda's Got a Baby and make it into this fascinating story, I heard Brenda's got a baby, I heard Brenda's belly got a brain.
Right.
Damn shame the girl can hardly spell her name.
Yeah. Right.
It was just deep, like a lot of people. And to correct you on one thing, CP3, he was screaming Thug Life before he got on. That group Thug Life actually came out before he got on Death Row. They were signed to Priority. And one of the best songs on the Thug Life album. The album was trash. It was. But Straight Ballin'. How do you survive rating 165 when the city with a skitty nigga die? Tell mama don't cry, cause even if they kill me, they can never take the game from a young G. I'm straight ballin'. Produced by Easy Mobile.
Okay.
Produced by Easy Mobile, who was also Biggie's producer at the time. Actually, I think Big South speaking to him because he wound up producing that particular song for Pop. But that was like one of the Straight Ball was like one of the best pop songs ever that a lot of niggas didn't even hear because it was on the Thug Life album. But Straight Ball, they did a remix with Eminem. And they did a song with Biggie and Pac, and Eminem produced it, but that don't compare to the beat that Easy Mobile did. Real talk.
I feel you on that. Yeah, because I like some. What was the joint he did with Pop? I used to play it all the time. The slow joint, the kind of slow joint. It was like a sample from another song.
Was the first which album? Because a lot of people don't even know about Soulja Story, which is off the first album.
Yeah.
That shit was a monster.
Yeah. It had the Big Bub. Big Bub was like on it. It was like you know what I'm talking about? Hey Mo B, kick that shit, man. I can't think of that joint. It had the Big Bub from that group. And it was like, hey. I can't think of the song.
The dude from the guy from Today.
Yeah. And he was like a sample of his voice.
Yeah.
I can't think of that song, but I think Mo B did that.
Yeah. Mo B was nasty.
Yeah, he was nasty.
Mo B was another underrated producer.
Yeah.
Mo B was nasty though.
But I'll give y'all my other two. I'm gonna say because I have this monotone voice, I'm gonna say my main man Guru.
Answers, that's absurd. Yo. I'm gonna have to get like a button when we have like when somebody finally names somebody that we haven't heard before. Like rest in peace, Guru.
That's my guy, man. Bless your shit. That was my guy.
Yeah.
And then Mos Def.
That's damn, this nigga just naming two motherfuckers that ain't never been named.
I gotta say Mos Def, but that would probably be my top five or whatever, if I had to have a five.
I love him.
What made you pick Guru?
I love Guru, man. Like I said, because my voice was on record was more like his than anybody else. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't have a structured style, and then it was more monotone, and it didn't sound like everybody else. So that thing just drew me to him because he was doing it different. And then when he started doing jazz, you know what I'm saying? That was the
So
killer.
let-
That was the killer.
so let me
That was a game changer. People
me-
still ain't done that.
let
I mean,
me test your knowledge then. What's the first video that came out?
What's the what?
What's the first Gangstar video?
First Gangstar video?
The video.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even sure. Were they were outside doing something? I can't.
The week
No.
You might have to tell me. I can't remember.
outside doing something just to get a rep.
No. Anybody else want to try?
Okay.
I didn't expect
I would
nobody.
have said that.
I didn't know. I didn't expect nobody to know this answer but me. Let me grow with you. These are the words I manifest.
Okay. Okay.
Period. That's before I did Period actually did the beat.
Okay.
And it was Period's coming to age, but the first time they dropped on MTV was These Are the Words I Manifest.
Okay. Okay.
And Google had such a unique voice.
Yeah.
But I was like, I don't know if I fuck with them or if I like them. And then after buying the album and it was like solid production and dope lyrics, it was like, yo. And then Jasmine Taz, DeWitt took it to another level. Just to get a rep, just to get a rep is like fucking insane.
Yeah.
That doom 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 doom. Like it was just
Did you fuck with Group Home?
no.
You ain't fuck with Group Home?
No.
Group Home was who? It was.
That was just some dude that was in a group home and he put together that.
There was two little youngins that was in the group home that
Yeah, to
they
me, it was alright.
Okay.
they were what?
It was alright. It was something decent. Just put some raw, uncut.
Okay.
Rap.
So
Okay.
I want you to finish this statement real quick. If I say hot, what's the next thing I'm gonna say?
If I'm hot, what's the next thing you're gonna say?
If I
I'm trying not to
if I say hot, because this is what I think of group home. If I say hot, what's the next word I'm gonna say?
You gonna say dog.
Yeah, exactly.
But you ain't like. Well, I guess in the production, Mike, because I was in the beats at that time, and because.
Why would I like group home when I like when I get gangsta?
Different.
No, they weren't. It was
At
a mini.
that time,
They weren't. He was a mini gangstar. He literally copied the format of Google's cadence.
I guess I like it. I like his voice. I like
That little pipsqueak ass voice, like his jeans was too
that
tight.
album, I love that
Like for a
album,
nigga who
dog.
don't like niggas that like skinny jeans, it sound like his jeans was too tight.
Small nigga. You know, they got the
Yeah, he sounded like a small nigga.
So they got to get that
Uh-huh.
hyped up voice.
Well, if I wanted to hear short niggas rap about killing shit, that's why I had Mobb Deep. I didn't need group home.
He had some skill. He had some skill.
He had what?
He had some skill. I didn't say he had the best skill, but he had some skill.
If I say hot, you say
He had some.
garbage.
If
There's another word
the
you can say, but it's still not
guru
bad.
were taking the.
Yeah.
To put him
I mean, you say hot trash.
Oh, yeah, that could be another one.
At the time of my life, what I was going through, that album resonated. I'll leave it there.
Nigga, you was high.
I was almost in the group home, nigga. So I related to that shit. That's the charges that I was fighting. And it was premiere on the track.
So let me give a PSA out to independent artists. And yeah, it's about to be messy. Matter of fact, let me switch screens. We got to put the screens back on us real quick.
Okay.
It's about to be messy.
Thanks for telling me, because you know.
I know, cause yeah.
Some people don't do that.
I didn't know
Yeah.
she was even listening on camera, and I switched scenes, and I didn't know. So she.
And then you just gonna say it live on the mic,
She
okay?
probably was just inbox and showed me, so it ain't my fault. But I was just trying to be dynamic with my feed.
So,
and switch up.
I'm gonna say that I'm gonna say this real, and this is the most honest thing I can tell you. If you book or schedule an interview with us, and you don't show up for said interview, don't fucking come back. Unless you plan on playing us for said interview.
Maybe your mama was dying.
You know what?
No.
You got a baby on the way.
That's
Nope.
still communication. You're supposed to be coming
No. Because let's be honest now. I had my boy who's down here from Texas. We did an impromptu interview with him. Who's a Fleet DJ. Come through, and it's cool. Your man came through, right? He did his own fucking flyer. That was fire. Flyer better than my flyer. Like the stuff that I can put together, way better. Way better. I looked at that shit, I was like, whoa, damn. I was like I looked at that shit and I was like, well, god damn. That shit fire.
Anytime, man.
And he did this on 1 day notice. Showed up when he was 10 minutes away, was like, yo, I'm 10 minutes away.
Communication.
Keep in mind, I am known for a lot of things. 2 things I ain't known for. Well, one thing I'm known for is being an asshole. The second thing I'm not known for is having forgiveness. So you can count that together. Like, if you do some dumb shit like that, keep in mind we're gonna all about that shit. We're gonna roll out and keep it moving. And I've done it to other artists before. Call me, be like, yo, I missed it. Like I literally, my aunt was in the hospital. This is why I get pissed, because there was a time when my aunt was in the hospital, and an artist kept calling me, I'm coming, and at the last minute called me and said he couldn't come. So then when he called me back a week or two later, he called the middle person back. He was like, yo, I want to come through. I said, tell him he got cash out me $50 immediately, whether he come or not. And then he was like, well, he don't want to do that. Well, then I fucked that. I said, you know what, my aunt was in the hospital. I could have been seeing my aunt. And my man actually came through to promote his show from Baltimore. But you think you that important that you could just bullshit me because you want to watch a free Super Bowl and you don't want to promote your music? Okay, I got you. 2 bees in a bucket. Yeah.
Unless you're there, I don't.
Nigga, your team probably wasn't even fucking playing. Be real. And I just don't like if you don't, this is my heart, this is my baby. If you don't respect all this, you don't respect the people who take time to do this, 2 bees in a bucket, fuck you and fuck that. Like, that's just how I roll. So just understand. When somebody calls and be like, yo, my bad, this, when can I be booked? Yo, the answer's probably ain't gonna be a no, it's probably gonna be fuck no. And I'm a roll like that. Cause I'm petty. With a capital P. Sorry I had to take over the show for that one typo. But
The fact that he's agreeing with you and sounding like that, I need you to understand that that's a problem.
yeah, it is. I ain't that drunk yet. So what's the song that made you fall in love with music?
Man, me personally, probably like I said, probably something like old R&B, like Al Green or something. Like I got like 5 older brothers and I got 2 older sisters. Like I'm the youngest. There's a lot of us. They all old. I'm the youngest. I'm still young and vibrant. They all old and falling apart. Nah.
That's cold. That's cold.
I love it though. I love the sisters. I love it. I'm sure none of them ain't watching. They'll probably tell me. One of my nieces and nephews tell me that.
That's shady enough to be part of this podcast.
Right. That they showed it to them. It's all good. I love it.
But okay. Shout out to my friend Leela Taylor watching us on IG. Leela, I don't know why I've known you for so long and you still faking like you from New York and you know damn well you grew up in New Jersey. Anyway, Lady Internet, you have another question?
Wow, the shade continues. You just try to slide past that. Like, you didn't just say that.
Yes.
You're so shady.
I am. What's my new rap name? 151 The Shade.
151 shades of black.
Yeah. Instead of at the bar, we're going to go at the shade.
Yeah, because y'all been shading me on that.
Oh, for real? Well,
My age, y'all shading.
I ain't saying nothing, I don't think.
And he choked at simultaneous.
I
You
mean,
lied, he choked, y'all shaded.
I could just be a happy motherfucker.
Would that make you think was gonna
Give me a heads up. Let me know something
I could just be happy.
outrageous? See, that's shady.
You got a question for our guys?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Y'all
She said that with an attitude.
yes, I did.
She hit me with a BWP. Shout out to that rap tape.
That was awful.
It was.
That was awful. And so was the other group.
HWA.
HWA. You ever heard of that?
I remember that. Wasn't that from the box? Wasn't
They
they,
played them on the
Hoes
box.
with attitude. They was signed by Luke.
wasn't they on the box?
Yeah, they
Mhm.
played
I remember the box.
no attitude.
Sim and Choice. That was one of my. You remember the rapper Choice, the girl? She was the joint.
Oh shit, yeah.
She was the joint. She was the first one.
I'm very selective with my female hip-hop. Like when it comes to groups, like there's Salt and Pepper, there's Oaktown 357.
They suck, but their videos are great to look at, but lyrically they suck. Yeah. Like it takes a lot. It's like it takes a lot of time to rhyme yeah together. That shit was so. Yo, shout out.
When they did the little breakdown at the end, I saw they came together for like a TikTok or something recently, and the girl could still do that little.
That's JJ
That's
Fad.
okay, but
Right. So it was JJ Fad, but it was them. They did it too.
Yeah.
They did theirs too.
No, they should never pull their lyrics. Their lyrics fucking suck. You okay? Listen to this. No, you like MC Hammer too. Then you couldn't like Old Town 357, but they both suck. He wrote their shit. Everybody wanted to hit. They made biker shorts crazy. Yes. Niggas didn't even own bikes, but had biker shorts.
And JJ Fad, I like them too.
And yeah.
Never owned a pair of bikers.
I mean, you're a guy,
Yeah. Hey, some niggas.
and when you came up, I mean, it makes sense. Biker shorts wasn't really.
Yeah. No, there was niggas that had biker shorts.
There
What
were
had bike shorts?
They had, there was some niggas like, there was some niggas like, yeah, I got a fat ass. I'm gonna buy some biker
I
shorts.
mean, it was an 80s thing. He more so like.
That's not cool.
Yeah, no. It was more of a 90s.
They had them in the 90s.
Nah, in the 90s, they wasn't rocking for us.
I mean, you was 35. You was just being born. How the fuck you know? How do you know?
Yeah, you were at yeah, so that's just kind of age. That's what I'm saying. If you went to high school in the 80s, you might have come across some people wearing biker shorts in the 80s in high school. The 90s, not so much.
That was put on the fuck up for like about 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah, because those I think my son came out by 89.
Nobody want to see that.
89, 90, I think.
Nah, they had some parachute.
You was a Bama for that.
I played MC Hammer. I had one pair of MC Hammer.
Did you dance? Did you do the dance?
No, I did not.
You did the dance,
No, I
nigga.
didn't.
You was looking in the mirror, you was like, go CP3, go.
It was comfortable, nigga.
I'm gonna be real. I can't watch MC Hammer without thinking about Tommy Davis.
Did you watch the Hammerman cartoon?
No. Hell.
You did.
Nah.
You had the pants, you did.
I remember, but I never watched it.
I was a Hammer fan, honestly, because I was fucking with white bitches.
Oh,
Leave me
my
alone.
God.
Anyway,
I
lady
watched
answer
the
that.
kids play one, but I was in
That cartoon sucked too. That's
that.
different
I
stuff.
didn't watch the whole thing, but I did watch it.
They watch it.
I couldn't deal with the way it had his
Yeah, his face was ugly.
face.
Well, anyway, you see this ADHD in full force right now.
Right.
But
It's
going
moonshine.
forward, what do you plan to take? Yeah, sponsor. What do you plan to take your craft going forward?
I know, I'm not, prototypical busting into the music business artist. So I'm just trying to do music that I like doing. Have fun with it, like I said, kind of teach with it, like with my nieces and nephews. Like I said, I got some of them involved in the game now, showing them how to do it.
Yeah.
And I just want to have fun with it, man. I got a couple of things coming up. I may be in a couple of movie projects with some of the stuff that I'm doing. But yeah, like I said, I know I'm not gonna be at Coachella next year. But I'm just gonna keep trying doing it because I like doing it. It's fun for me. And definitely when we were in the pandemic and lockdown, I was writing a lot more, and it helped me get things off my mind and kind of, was my little therapy. But because if you look, the only CD is more political. I had more things on there about politics. So stuff like that, just to help me keep going. And just like I said, have fun with it.
So I want to correct you on one thing. So Griselda, when they drop, like Griselda ain't young niggas. Like Benny the Butcher, Conway,
Right.
like them, I ain't saying they my age, but they some seasoned vets.
Right.
And they
Right.
we can say that. They're 30 may be their artist age. I can guarantee some of them niggas' birth certificates say a couple of years younger than mine. But I would say like this, like the one thing about the music industry nowadays is if it's hot, it's hot, and you know if someone drops a hot song, it's just a hot song.
Cause I'm trying to make my own lane. I'm trying to make my lane where, you know, if you, like I said, new music for old heads. If you like kind of the old style, I'm kind of like rapping kind of like of the old style. I'm doing something like the old go-go. So if you like that kind of stuff, I'm trying to, you know, keep my lane.
I mean, we just had a Spanish dude rapping over go-go last week.
Okay.
You know, so it's always an opportunity to create something new. And like I said, don't ever, you know, and because I used to put myself in the box. That's one of the reasons I stopped rapping. I put myself in the box. Oh, I'm too old to rap. And then I saw niggas my age rapping. I'm like, well, shit, I should have continued.
But that's what happened.
Because music teaches me, and I do like what you said about teaching, because you're teaching your nieces and your nephews about the business, about the music, and when you teach them, they have a fond of respect for the music, and I think that's dope.
And that's why I had stopped rapping, because I had a little joke with one of my boys. He was like, man, he had heard some old stuff I did. He's like, why you stop? I said, man, because nobody wanted to hear about my motive. So, but like I said, when the pandemic kicked off, it forced me to write, start thinking about stuff I could do. So that's how I ended up.
But that's the thing. And that's the thing too, is when you talk to a 30-year-old nigga, a young 30-year-old, and he be like, yo, what's your favorite rapper? What motherfucker say? Either Jay-Z, like Jay-Z's not in their age bracket. Nigga, you was nigga, how old was you when Reasonable Doubt dropped? Nigga, you was still in school when Hard Knock Life came out. Them voices, the killer. But I do appreciate what you're doing now.
Man, I thank y'all for having me, man. It's been fun. Like I said, my face gonna be hurt all back home.
That's what we do, man.
Y'all
have a good time.
Y'all have me back. So I appreciate y'all having me out, man. Hope y'all have me back again.
But we will,
talk some sports.
Oh yeah. We thought we had 3 guests. I thought we got into the interviews, and normally I had my little sports segment. So, well, shit, we might as well go ahead and throw it down now. Fuck it.
I mean, do you want to finish the interview first? Or?
I mean, you know, go ahead and finish the interview. We can wrap up with a little bit of Commander stuff.
We ain't done yet. You know, he's still in the hot seat.
Okay, that's what's up.
We ain't even played the music yet.
Okay.
So, I know, CPT, sit back and concentrate on which ex-girlfriend you going, which ex-girlfriend you going to check tonight. I got $40 I want to cuddle. You hit that trying to cuddle?
Weak spoon. I just hope they're not watching.
We can spoon, baby. We can spoon tonight, baby. I ain't gonna put you up. I ain't gonna send you that.
Don't say this. Sit there and share the show. And they're gonna tune in. What you need? 2 girls.
Two girls, 1 cup. If he knew what I was talking about, he would not answer that. What do you look for in a beat?
Yeah. Okay. That's probably where people gonna be bad. But nah, I'm a boom bap guy. I like because I'm from DC. I'm kind of like I like a beat. You know what I'm saying? Don't give me something that's repetitive. I like a breakdown. I like, you know what I'm saying? I like some hard driving bass, but definitely I'm more of a boom bap style than some of this newer style. So all that hi hat and all that kind of stuff. So
some of the stuff you talking about, we were talking about before you got here, and we were talking about how we were talking about good producers, like top 5 producers who thought were top 5, and then we were talking about rappers and stuff, and then we was like, a lot of the producers nowadays don't know how to do a beat breakdown, like, and in turn, a lot of these little niggas don't know. They'll go all the way through the song because they don't know when they're supposed to do the hook, because the beat, they don't have the bridge.
They don't have a bridge.
They don't have a bridge like the little dun 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 dun, and then the hook comes in. They don't have that. 'Cause a lot of these niggas understand making a beat and being a producer is two different things.
Right.
You know, just like rapping and being a hip hop artist is two different things.
Right.
Like my 4-year-old nephew can say cat, hat, and back, nigga. If that's the case, he a rapper.
Right.
But putting a cadence and putting a story and putting feelings in your words makes you a hip hop artist.
Right.
And a lot of people don't understand that. And so just because you can play on Pro Tools real quick or Fruity Loops and make something, that's a beat maker.
Yeah.
Producing a track is engineering the track all the way through, from the breakdowns to this to okay, you know what? I got too many hi-hats in here, but I'm only going to use it over here and the little niches and stuff.
And you 100% correct about that. One of the differences by me spending so long in the rap game is when we first started making music, we had to play everything. There wasn't no spots to go to and buy any beats. There wasn't no spots to go to get any beat. Nobody knew any world famous producers. You couldn't get no beats. So you might take 5-6 sessions just adjusting the hi-hat. You know what I mean? So that would take you a long time just to even get your beat made. Then you would have to come over top of it and have 2 or 3 sessions to do your vocals, because you can't, because like now you can just go in and say one word, they chop it, cut it, and you could be done in 20 minutes. But back then you had to have a full run. When you laid something down, you couldn't just cut it up and chop it up like they do now. So coming back to it now, thankfully I'm with the same person that used to, like you were just saying, I used to produce my stuff and wasn't just a beat maker. You know what I mean? So I can give him some beats and he can take it and do some things with it, but he definitely is able to take it from a different point of view, like you were just saying.
I mean, I first when I had my group, our first time in the studio. So first time in the studio, I was the beat maker. So I used to make beats for my group. So they was like, "Oh, we don't want you to do it. We got somebody else to do the actually producers." What's up, bet nigga? All I gotta do is fucking rap. Cool. These niggas can decide on the beat, and then they got in an argument, and then so we booked a 10-hour block. 8 of those hours is me sitting with the producer and making the beat in the studio. And the last 2 hours is actually us recording and freestyling because these niggas wasn't ready. And because, back then, going to the studio. So this is so basically we spent $400. Well, I spent the majority of the money to do that, and then I had to actually buy the DAT tapes and stuff like that. That's another $100.
Yeah.
So, but that's not knowing. And then as I learned, I bought my own equipment because I figured, why would I'm going to spend $400 for a 10-hour block? And so we went from being able to make one song in 10 hours to I would just have all the beats ready and we would practice and this. And then when we go to the studio, it'd be about an hour just to cue everything up and make it work. But it was a learning process back then. Nowadays, a nigga in Texas can send you a beat over an email and it's really nice and simple and easy. But shit is easy. But it was a very good learning process. But Lady Internet, I think you have a question. You look like you have a question.
Me?
Yeah, you.
And then he shakes his head.
There's some bullshit going on.
What?
Bullshit going on while
He's fumbling.
because, man, I told you about my issue. I just started the TikTok page. And I posted some videos with beats that I made.
Yes.
That I produced. So I said, I said, I'm going to handle this the proper way. I went to the, if you have any problems. And I sent them a message about, why are y'all blocking the videos with the beats that I'm producing myself and saying it's copyright claim on it when I'm the one who made the beat. And they just sent me back a BS message. It says nothing.
Well, look, TikTok actually actually shut us down right now. I had to remove it off the other feed because it was blocking me. But I mean, it's social media. Something's gonna happen. It we'll go forward. We'll fix it and do it again. Don't let it fuck up your day. You might meet your future ex baby mama by the time we end the show.
I mean, but I'm feeling what y'all saying about the difference between a beat maker and a producer, because I consider myself a beat maker. I'm not a producer. I would love to learn how to produce, and I'm learning how to slowly but surely. But I consider myself a beat maker before I consider myself a producer.
Okay. Definitely.
The way you describe what you used to do back in the day, I'm like, dang, you making this seem like it's so long ago, like back in the Temptations days when we had to lay down.
I mean, you 35. You wasn't alive.
Well, like, cause like I was saying, like my friend, he plays the guitar, he plays the keyboard,
He had to do all that.
he programmed the drum beat. You know what I'm saying? So it was different. And then, like now, my nephew, my nephew will come and he'll work on a project that he's doing. He'll have the beat already, and he'll be like, he'll give Max the beat with some stems on it, and they'll have most of everything he needs.
Right.
And then he'll just throw it on there, and then boom, in 20 minutes he's rapping. You know what I mean? Like I said, and just like he was saying, when you would get a 10-hour block, like I said, it might take you 3 or 4 days just to, like, I want the hi-hat, this, that, especially if you're in a group, because when you get 3 or 4 people together, can't nobody really,
Oh Lord.
can't nobody agree on different things. You know, everybody's like, I think it should be this way, I think it should be that way. So definitely now, I like the convenience of what you can do now with the new technology, because I'm a person, like, I'll come in and I'll stumble over my words, and that used to be a hindrance to me, but now it's not as much of a hindrance of me, because like I said, you can cut, chop stuff up and put it together.
Right.
Yeah, the thing with music, man, I just hope it takes a turn to not be so angry, because music was fun. I don't know even when Tupac and them was coming out and saying crazy stuff or radical stuff back then, it was still fun.
Mm-hmm.
So I just hope that music just, can get back to that, because that was good music.
So my question to you is, what would you say to any upcoming artists that's listening, as far as, trying to achieve their dreams?
But to figure out what level you want, okay? If you want to do it to be a mainstream artist or whatever, that's fine. If you want to do it because you've always wanted to rap, you've always wanted to learn how to make beats, you always wanted to learn that, you got to figure out where you at. Then once you figure out where you at, then you can go forward. You know what I mean? So if you want to be a mainstream artist, then you're going to be hitting my man up saying, look, can you give me up with the fleet DJs? I want to talk to the people in Texas. I want to talk to the people, you know what I'm saying? You're going to have to get out there and grind. If you want to do it to make beats, to make music, to do it for your own self, then you might want to say, hey, girl, can you show me CP3? Can you show me how to make some beats? What you working on? So you just got to figure out where you at, and then once you figure out where you at, then you can go for it. And don't let people stop you. People gonna always say you can't do this, you can't do that, and that's always gonna be what they want you. They always want you defeated. But once you figure out where you want to be at in the game, you can take it to where you need to take it to.
Ooh. You got a question, CP3?
I want to get into the music.
I'm about to, but I'm gonna say this real quick because I'm about to get into the music. It's about to be a rant, and I'm about to insult some people.
Again?
He forgot about that.
I'm just saying, we ain't saw a lot of motherfuckers tonight, bro.
So
We going viral tonight.
So real talk. When you come to a podcast, not just at the bar, when you come to a podcast, and you're going like you a guest, and you want to sing your music and stuff like that. So Meta Big C bought not one but 2 CDs, and he sent CP3 1, 2, 3, at least 4 tracks. We can make a very fun interview for an hour for you. No doubt. But if you send us one song, that's a real quick conversation. That too. If you send us one song and nah, not really. I'm just an asshole. But if you send us one song and it's not up to par, we don't have much to talk about. You send us enough songs, whether we like it or not, and we see the potential, we can tell you what we like, what we don't like, and hopefully put you on a good direction. So come prepared, and not just like on any show. Like come prepared. Preparation is everything. But if you treat this like I'm just on this little podcast, I can just tell you now, don't waste my time and fuck you. All right, let's play some good music.
What we gonna listen to first?
Which one do you want me to play first?
Yeah, I can go ahead and put it real love. That was the first single of my niece, Prophecy.
He gonna go with the emotional, so I gotta get all nice and shit.
Man, you wanna talk about it? All right, let's talk about it.
That's real love. Real love. Real love. Real love. Man, look at this woman of mine. Look at that smile. Ain't she fine? She be holding me down through and through. From the very first moment, yo, I just knew. So sweet, so smart, just my whole heart. Ain't nothing they can do to pull us apart. A mother, a wife, my whole life. And you can't buy that for any old price. When it's real, you can't be still. You gotta let her know, she gotta know how you feel. If we get off track, we communicate. Knowing what she thinking keeps me straight. A team like the Lakers, we ride to the end. When we together, you know we gon' win. And we gon' make it in any old weather. Cause when we together, we get better and better. That's real love. Real love. Real love. Real love. Real love. My man came home from 10 away. It bees like that, what more can I say? Told his daughter about these dudes, put his son up on game. While he was away, ain't nothing changed. A dime worth of time and his family is fine. As long as I'm breathing, they just like mine. If these streets don't teach you nothing, they should teach you that. If you say he the homie, then watch his back. That's real love. Real love. Real love. Real love. Real love. Real love.
house in the hill, cause I don't do neighbors. Looking for a bad on the best behavior. Got an S on my chest, but ain't dressed to save her. Let that savor. Get her to my sweet, now she like that flavor. I'm so major, we so paid up. Gotta keep it moving now, we can't wait up. Let's go. Yes, let's make a toast. See, Nike just do it, but we do it the most. They try to imitate us, but they ain't even close. City of the go-go, I can't leave it alone. Bottles on the way to rock and do say no chase, I'm too straight. So celebrate, hit the gas, accelerate. If you came to hate, then we can't relate.
We wanna party. Not next, now we got down. We wanna party, we wanna party. Not next, now we got down. We wanna party, we wanna party. Not next, now we got down. We wanna party, we wanna party. Not next, now we got down. Make me a drink, make it some rock. Bring me that girl that's twerking a lot. Pass me a joke, grab me some perk. Me and my folks about to go to work. Maybe Southeast, maybe uptown, maybe H Street at that spot I found. Wherever it is, it's going down. I couldn't wait to get to this party. Somebody daughter all on my body. My nephew got two and he could use some help. But on a night like tonight, you got to save yourself. So get you one, no time to sit. Cause this is about to do this good. Gon' get right stuck in the house. But here we go. You best believe we ain't stuck no more. We wanna party, we wanna party. Not next, now we got down. We wanna party, we wanna party. Not next, now we got down. We wanna party, we wanna party. Not next, now we got down. We wanna party, we wanna party. Not next, now we got down. Ain't no need to put your body in park. We smell real good, we dress real sharp. Coming through the door with the bottle of goose. I hope the ladies in here still like to get loose. Move them tables and pour me a shot. It's been a while, but I ain't forgot. We getting real close, ready or not. So let me know if I'm touching your spot. We wanna party, we wanna party. Not next, now we got down. We wanna party, we wanna party. Not next, now we got down. We wanna party, we wanna party. Not next, now we got down. We wanna party, we wanna party. Not next, now we got down.
Get that ice cream. Get that ice cream. Get that ice cream.
Here comes the ice cream truck.
Get that ice cream. Get that ice cream.
Shake 'em up, shake 'em up, shake 'em up, shake 'em. Come in now, you know I ain't faking. It look like a milkshake you over here making. Look, butter pecan, guess what I'm thinking? Sipping this Henny, you know I've been drinking. Trying to get you and give me a scoop. You looking like a Sunday up in my coupe. Got me going bananas, yeah that's split. I've been wanting something sweet, and yeah this is it. You got the flavor that I savor.
right here with Midnight and you. Right on, baby. Right on.
You ain't hear me knocking at the door? Oh, my bad, my bad. Hey, I'm about to fix the drink. Here, hit this.
Yeah, I could.
I know
He
you.
was okay.
I had a nice little
You slow.
something. I know you been in the studio back then.
None of what you talking
I
about.
don't
Nigga,
I don't never remember it.
Can you even spell CP3?
Look at him.
Let me get a piece of paper. Nah. But yeah, man, that's see, I like to make music like that because it takes you to another place. You know, when I make beats, when I'm in the house and I'm in my elevated state,
Right.
and I got the the surround sound on with the Bluetooth on, and I had a rough day making beats and making music, like calms me down and keeps me level. Because like I said, I have issues. I know I have issues. I was a therapist. I was a therapist for a year and a half. So I'll never say that I'm a perfect individual. I know my issues and I know how to deal with it. So I know what helps keep me cool, calm, and collected. And that track right there, the fact that I was able to spit a little bit and I ain't did that shit for like almost probably a decade.
That has nothing to do with moonshine.
It was produced by the Moonshine.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The music is like that. It has a way of meeting you where you at. You know what I mean?
That I had to feel like some Curtis Mayfield. I had like a Curtis Mayfield flow
But
to
did
it.
you hear him sound that was you with the Barry White?
No.
I was like, wait, Barry White.
No, my man produced that. He wanted me to do something with it, but the way it was, I didn't want to mess it up. And so I just came up with a beginning where in the beginning they just knocking at the door, and I was just like a little interlude where somebody was just knocking at my door, and I
You
was
taking
just
vacation
smoking.
tomorrow? Yeah. You can still work
The
there.
first one, it was mellow.
Yeah, it won't affect
So
your
I like
vacation.
that one. The second track we played,
All
one
right.
of them from PDC.
Thank you, sir.
Definitely a party song.
Yeah.
I can
All
see
right.
why
Thank you, sir. I
it was
appreciate it.
played on PDC. Your nephew sounds really like he sounds like somebody put my finger on it.
He's really good.
Yeah.
He's really good.
Uh-huh.
And his sister is better than him, and they all on my stuff. But he I can't get him to commit to doing a whole
That whole album.
CD because I would produce his whole thing.
How old is your nephew?
I feel you, brother.
He's 31.
He sounds really
But you,
good.
what it is just is even as artists, their minds just bounce all over the place. And you know that from being an artist.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm in the same situation.
you know, like even my nephew, like he's an artist, but his mind, like we be in the middle of promoting a song, he be like, I like this one better.
Yeah.
Nigga, we just spent nigga, we just spent 300 on promotion. Like
Yeah.
the fuck.
You like that one better.
But you like this? Nah. But you know, is it that their mind just goes so like by the time I'm in the middle of promoting, I'm in promoter mode and manager mode, and he like, oh, when he in artist mode, they in artist mode. So it's always hard because when they don't see the bigger picture,
Yeah.
you know. But I think it's the We Want to Party joint is real dope. It's real dope.
Right.
The Real Love joint, dope. The I'm not a big Golo fan, so
Okay.
the third one
Ice
wasn't.
cream.
Yeah,
Okay.
that wasn't me.
Honestly,
I-
that reminded me of when I was younger.
Okay. Yeah.
I was a fan of
But
yes, but younger.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing about at the bar though. One, we're gonna give you honest feedback, and we deal with people when we do constructive criticism or say that yeah, this wasn't mine. That don't mean that the song is whack or anything like that. That means my cup of tea.
Oh yeah. No, man. You can't take it in this business, man. You go. I mean, if you can't take it, whatever you do, man, you can't take criticism, then you know you gonna have a rough life. You know what I mean?
So shout out to my boy Jamil Wands with Cool Intention, who's also a DJ. He just tuned in. He asked 3 questions. He asked about 2 questions. He like one. Is your stuff on any social platforms? Is it on social media like on Amazon and stuff?
You can buy it everywhere. Tidal, Spotify, Apple Music. Please, somebody go buy.
So the one thing about my boy Jamil is this. One, he's a DJ. He's former rapper, also a producer. But if your stuff is on Amazon, he definitely cops it.
It's
right?
on Amazon.
He cops people's stuff. So
If you hit me up, I send you a free copy. I don't care.
but he wants to
That's all people
support.
to play.
He wants to support. He wants to support you.
On IG, okay, because I had to change my name because it was 100 people named Big C. So it's Meta_Big_C. And that's how I am on IG. And you can find me there. And on Twitter, I'm CJ is my DJ. You can find me there on Twitter. And on Facebook, I'm CJ Chris. That's what you can find me. But like I said, I'm from here, grew up in Capitol Heights.
You might know some CP3 potential baby mamas.
Maybe.
And my pull-out game is spectacular. Start trying to put that on me.
I mean, we really think we got a kid out here.
After all the pleas we've made on this show, after all the times I've rode through Capitol Heights since we've done this.
You know the phone lines are not on right now, but I can activate the phone line. Nigga, you used to almost have a heart attack when the phone rang.
The time is when the motherfuckers would call when y'all would put the SOS out for any potential baby mothers I might have.
Oh, no.
And somebody would call like 5 minutes later and shit. Then I got to think about some things because I might have made some calls the night before. I might have done some things. But as of right now,
I put it all in my life.
my pull-out game is spectacular. I'm 44 and old, undisputed, undefeated, with no situation.
So
that I know about.
I switched the camera real quick. So any potential baby mamas that might have been dealing with a dude in the 90s that wore cornrows and a white beater and had bad feet, call 240-324-6110. We would like to hear from you because if you had a kid that's just angry for no reason, have bad feet, have cornrows, and listens to UGK, and he doesn't even know why he listens to UGK, and cusses a lot, and drinks Bud Ice all the time or Budweiser, we might have your father.
I need that social. Trying to get my food fans back in time.
Okay, back to our guests. 3. No compassion whatsoever.
It's your mama's fault.
Lady Antoinette, you have a question?
No, not really a question. Just a statement. About the music. I definitely, number one, when you said it's uh, music for old heads, I feel you. I listen to the music. That's a great description. Especially if you're coming from this area.
That live band is different.
Yeah, when we come from this area, when we talking about go-go, you got different eras of go-go. And even the go-go that you have been played is the old head go-go. It's not, I'm not hearing about anything newer than that. You know, I appreciate that. We don't hear it enough. You can follow a band and go see them perform, and that's when you're going to hear that.
Right.
But to hear that you're recording this, definitely a really good thing. Also, you were mentioning about music going back to being fun.
Right.
I hear that in your music, that is a desire of yours.
And that's what I was trying to do.
Yeah, I hear the fun, you know, especially with your nephew. You know, no, I'm not talking about the ice cream. No. But this song with your nephew, that was definitely a fun party track. Even ice cream, I can, you know, hear that being played in a local.
You can talk about different things, but like I said, I just want people to have fun.
Mm-hmm. And I hear that in your music, it stands out. So your mission is there.
Okay.
Speak for itself.
And like I said, those just not everything that I'm doing on my new CD cover season, which is out now on all digital platforms. But like I said, because I'm heavily influenced, because it's where I grew up, I have a lot of go-go influences in my music. But it's definitely, like I said, something there for the hip hop heads. We try to even with me having my niece and nephews on there, I try to do something cater to their strength and what they're doing too. Because I don't want them just to be doing what I want to do. That's no. Yeah, so if people check it out, I'm sure they'll find something. It's not at least one thing. It's like that they'll like or can tolerate on it.
I mean, I definitely enjoyed the music. Like I said, the last track. I'm a beat maker, so that resonated with me. The go-go, you know, I'm always a go-go fan. I was in the backyard, in the club, get the cheeks going back on, getting wild, smacking ass. I would say, I got that smacking ass vibe from the joint.
All right.
You can't help it, man. You in the club, you only know if you came up in the 90s, in the early 2000s, you go to a go-go club. Now you gotta worry about getting shot and shit.
You worried about that back then?
I was, but I was more worried about getting shot.
People wanted to shoot.
No, I was the one trying to keep the peace. And if shit popped off, then yeah, I would shoot him. But that's only after I was provoked.
Yeah, but that would be a reason why you're not.
No, she said no.
Doing the shooting.
But like I said, it was only I was provoked. I was the good guy in this situation.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Right.
So you're the victim. We're sorry.
Exactly. I was trying to protect people.
Oh, wow.
I was trying to do the right thing.
Superhero. Not your heart.
You see the black Superman and say dude on the very moment?
That's not you.
I'm different. I'm a thug black Superman. I don't flake from shit, but I save your ass if somebody try to rob you. But I'm just saying, it's you know, the music.
I black Superman.
Yeah, I'm saying something.
We're worried about getting cheeks from ice cream song.
Look, it's been a while.
We gonna hear about this.
Keep me out of jail.
This ice cream song we're
Good
feeling
lady,
this
good lady, you gonna be a black man out of jail? Get a nigga up.
Oh my
Nigga
God.
needs some cheeks. I ain't going
Now we
to.
have a PSA for
Yeah.
eating cheeks.
That was
Keep a black man out of jail. Get a nigga up. All my chicks I was living with bullshit. They ain't situation shit. I've been trying to have some fun. Smoke some dope.
Did you just say live on air? All the chicks you were dealing with.
But he just said he texted.
I've been busy at work. working.
He said he texted a couple of them. Jeez.
You got a gallon of moonshine and some fun.
Oh my God. This is why we didn't pull it on the air on a couple platforms today.
I wasn't explicit.
You have said quite a few things, and I will remind you of all of them when we get off the air.
You said some stuff.
No, I already know why they pulled something off the air because of something you said.
My feet too. My feet too.
Well, we ain't on TikTok right now.
Hey, that ain't gonna do to me.
Yes, it does. You said it. I know you did. I know what it was that pulled you off.
After he had his rant, that's when they put him down. It wasn't after my rant.
They took us down for hateful speech.
Exactly.
You ain't had no hateful speech.
So I did not.
Oh wow, forgot the whole show.
They took us down. They took us down for hateful speech at the beginning.
I wasn't hateful.
You, what show were you watching? What show were you on? You so full of it.
Are you done? No, that's not what I'm talking about. Are you not asking or?
Oh, yeah. I don't know nothing you folks say.
Oh, I'm sure. This is why we get going on.
And this is why we get turned off.
You think we ain't get snatched off enough today, so we're gonna keep adding.
Yeah, you can keep at it. Listen, let's be banned for next week.
That's what
Yeah,
I
yeah.
go live on MySpace.
My man Jamil Wands for Cruel Intentions, DJ Cruel Intentions. He actually put you a friend request.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, we about to be broadcasting live on Black Panther and Tag.
Tag, yep. I think you can do it on what's that? POF.
20th this time.
Oh man.
You have to go live.
Okay.
Oh my God, I forgot what I was about to ask. CP3 has a. I don't know. You know, I don't even have any more questions. CP3, I guess you want to talk about sports and rant and insult some people.
Yeah, we can talk about sports, man. You know, we debate some sports topics. You know, tomorrow night, tune in. Sports OTH, bring me back on the air. We took a month off, but I'll be jumping back on the air, talking Nats, talking Commanders, and whatever other sports news.
Wait. So, we didn't get to talk about it earlier. What did you do yesterday? What did you and Lady Antoinette do yesterday?
Oh, well, Lady Antoinette was rubbing elbows with big wigs in the sports media world, and I was in contact with.
That's some shady
she
shit
ain't
right
hit a
there.
nigga up. She sent a nigga pictures
Hold on.
after the fact.
Hold on.
But we ain't
Did
talking
I
about
not tell him? I had to make you go to this. That you are a witness. I had to send you the link. I've been harassing you for like over a month.
I wasn't expecting to be unemployed to be able to go, all right? All right? The nigga lost his job, so he was able to go to a free practice, all right? I'm sorry. Shit, I wasn't expecting to lose my fucking job on Monday.
Y'all about to be mad at Jamil.
Why you say that?
Because he said, fuck the Nats.
Hey, man.
No, the Nats are. I'm a fan, however, I'm angry with them.
I'm going to go ahead and touch on the one. So,
shit.
And the last two games.
I mean, Philly is on the upswing, man. Top, chasing the Mets, chasing the Braves. So, I mean, right now, the Nats, unfortunately, I was sad to see Juan Soto go. I did not want to see it go, especially after, the team loses Rendon, trade away Trey Turner, trade away Max Scherzer, and a lot of the key pieces that was a part of the 2019 World Series.
Right.
But one thing I want to point out that a lot of folks are also that pandemic after the World Series season really fucked up the National Organization.
Yep.
Because you had contracts expiring and you had a lot of influx and a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes that took the momentum from that team that could have repeated if it was in the regular season time. And a lot of fans were upset because they didn't get to properly celebrate the championship. But that was a historical run that they went on.
They did.
And, unfortunately, the sacrifice they made to make that run is they had to trade away pieces of the farm system, which is where they develop their younger players. They come up and develop like Brian Zimmerman, Rendon, Bryce Hopper, Juan Soto, et cetera, et cetera.
That's what you saying for example because of the solo trade.
Yeah, they had to make the trade. Unfortunately, the learners. I mean, the learner Juan wanted to be, unfortunately, in the same situation Bryce was. He wanted to be one of the highest paid players in the league. The contract that the Nationals offered him was a lot of deferred money that pushed his money back toward the end of his contract. So his average per year salary was only around 13, 14 million. He's making 17 million now under arbitration. So he knows the market. He knows what he is. He knows he's won the home run derby. He knows he's been an NL MVP candidate. He's a World Series champion. He's been the batting champion. He has an uncanny eye for the strike zone like any guy in his age bracket. So he knows his value. Come out of the Dominican Republic, signing the contract that he signed to get out of there to get into the national organization. He knew it was the payday time. And Mike Rizzo took advantage of that situation, especially him coming off of the home run derby championship. And he got some key pieces that brought the Nationals farm system from rank 28 in the MLB to rank number 8.
So now, I got a question. Jamal asked, should the learners sell the team?
Yes, they're in the process of selling the team. Now, the reason why the Nationals aren't able to throw out the money like some other franchises because of the shitty deal they have on their TV contract, because of the asshole in Baltimore, Peter Angelos, who's one of the worst owners in the league, but the Baltimore Orioles are actually overperforming what their outlook was for this year, which I find hilarious, because they were supposed to be one of the worst teams in the league. They're actually fighting for a wild card spot, even though they have an owner that doesn't know baseball from fucking pick up his ass. But it's
my ID.
It's just hilarious how, man, if you have to take a step back, we've had 100 lost seasons. We've seen this team be perennial World Series contenders and finally getting to the peak and winning the World Series. So I understand the frustration of what you see right now. This team might be a 100 loss team this year, but because of the sacrifices they made trading away key pieces to get that championship, they had to sacrifice. Yeah. So now this is what they have to do to go to the low points to get back to the glory year. Now with the trades that they made for Juan Soto and the pieces they got, as I said, moving up to the top 10 of prospects in the farm system. So they've sped up their rebuilding process from probably 5 to 6 years to possibly 2 to 4 years. So all of you folks that's leaving and going to the Braves and going to the Orioles, that's cool. I don't have a problem with that. Just stay your punk ass over there for the Nationals get better. Because we don't want you back.
Yeah, real quick, I got to violate somebody. Like, I got a shout out violate somebody. So real quick, shout out to Bob and Vega. Shout out to Vegas. She followed us on Instagram. Great promoting the DMV, doing the thing. So, hold on, who's this clown name? Of course. So, Zayon, Mr. Online. Please follow Zayon Online. No, I ain't fucking following you, you clown. You ain't shared nothing. You put your name in the comment, that's gonna make you famous. Really, you're nothing more than toilet paper that I use before I flush. Like you are a clown. Oh, that's true too. Actually, let me delete your comment real quick. But if it's one thing to support the program, but if you want to promote yourself, I don't even have a problem with you promoting yourself, but you haven't liked, shared, or anything the podcast. So why would we promote you? Like you garbage. Or better yet, did you send any music in? Probably not, because your music probably sucks.
Yeah, y'all folks that's trying to get into the music game or doing this bullshit, put in the comments. Look, this is a business. And we've been doing this for a while for free. And you see the pull we have, you see the connections we have, you see the draw we have. We have folks listening to music from all over the fucking world. Not this country, world. And if you're willing to, like you say, put that money up for them dumbass Jordans, but not willing to put the money up to finance and back your own future and what you're supposed to be loving and want to do, you're in the wrong game. And don't waste our time. Because we're going to know that you don't have the love and the passion when we hear your music.
So,
And then when we fry you, don't say that we hate.
I don't hate you. I just say that the condom broke when you were born.
Mama should have swallowed it.
But since we're talking about world music, let me just prove CP3's point. This is from Prince CD. This is
Prince CD Angelou d'Afrique. Bébé la mukana olota. Mama oyebisa ngai. Nabala mando na te. Nabala mando na te. Bébé la mukana olota. Mama bandeli lisusu. Nabala mando na te. Nabala mando na te. Passion malamu bazalie. Akolala kolamuka na projet na yo. Otia yo na mabondeli yo. Oyanga mando na uti wapi. Apekisa kinga bilingalinga. Mekasi na yo kakite. Tala efuti nga zero e. Nazande matoi mangongi ngongi yo. 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 Ils font semblant mais bayebi na suka bakobala na teo. Compostenga tous les jours na ba réseaux sociaux na yo synonyme jusqu'à la gare. Supaka na besoni na ba chagrin na ba souci na ba tumement na ba jeté blanc suka nango olalili kola orewa. Bona bien moi c'est la polinga. Bakota mabele likolo akozanga koyeba kokona keba keba la compétition
This is what we mean by we get international music. You know, with CD, that joint, that's an exclusive joint. That joint is like literally played all around the world.
Like 3 people got pregnant off of that track.
I bet you so.
That's some native African shit.
About to give me an African girl just play it.
I'm just saying, somebody got pregnant off of that track right there, I swear.
The way he was just winded, like he was doing this.
Yeah, I don't know if they saw CP3 doing the with the little evil ass grin. Like that's yo, real talk. So that song is so hot. No lie. Salute to Cruel Intentions. He said his mom just asked who was that singing. like I always say,
You got
good,
mama asking, you know that's
Mama
a
was
good
like, who is that?
yeah. Woo. Like good music is a vibe in the field. Like you gonna feel good music. It don't matter what you're saying. You gonna feel good music. And that song is definitely a joint that you can feel.
Yeah.
Right. That's an exclusive joint, but that ain't even out yet. And we appreciate Jay Jim for sending us that to us. Up and coming artists. Here's a good opportunity. Contact Jay Jim on IG so you don't look like a Bama in your video shoot. Like some of y'all niggas look like here. Some of y'all niggas look like y'all got dressed in the dark. Don't be one of them.
Or they dress like how 53 be looking when he come in. White baby got some socks and some slides and some sweatpants.
Yo, dog.
In certain situations for certain times.
Like real talk.
On my Sunday fun day, that's proper attire.
That's your Sunday fun day.
Exactly. That's my Sunday.
But nigga,
fun
if you
day.
shoot the video and it's your third video and you in a white beater, like you really should have been in a white beater in your first video.
Now you shouldn't ever be in.
Unless the song is called My White Beater.
Unfortunately, this is why I find it hard to associate with D and B dudes because
They in a white beater for everything.
yeah, they feel like because this is what they do on their block that it's acceptable to do everywhere. And I can't take a DC Maryland nigga out with me on a networking or a politicking thing, and you want to do what you do on your block. That's why I do rock with a lot of folks found Virginia niggas, but I rock with more Virginia niggas than I do with Maryland and DC niggas. 'Cause they know how to adapt to their environment. Sometimes you have to adapt to an environment you're going into, i.e. job interview, i.e. event where you're an artist playing your music and being at the network. I spoke with the artist last week that had his own QR code to his music so you can access him and find his stuff so you can gain new followers and gain new audience. Those are the things you have to think about. That shit you think about, oh, this is what I do, this is how I am. That ain't gonna get you nowhere. You gotta network, you gotta politics, you gotta expand your fan base. You can be the hottest nigga on your block, but your block is just your block. You're not gonna make no money off your block. Where you're gonna make money is being heard worldwide, to get your word and your message out to different people that's outside of your circle.
CP3 preaching today.
Yeah, because I'm doing the same thing myself. I'm, my sports stuff. I have a young guy that I took under my wing that is actually getting more pub than I am right now. And I felt a certain way about it. But instead of being upset or jealous or envious about it, now I'm working with this dude trying to figure out how can I push my brand the same way he's pushing it. If his content isn't better than mine, but he's done a better job at networking and promoting himself. So this is why I'm not going to be upset at him or jealous of him. I'm going to learn what he's doing and try to adapt it to what I'm doing to grow my brand also. And
so the teacher has become the student.
I would like to put it that way.
That's what happens.
That's pretty much it.
If you're a good teacher, that will happen.
Yeah, but it still sucks.
Yeah.
It's gonna hurt your ego, maybe, but you gotta remember it's just your ego. If you're doing what you're supposed to do as a teacher, the person that you taught should eventually surpass you. That's supposed to happen.
That's supposed to happen. That's true.
So don't be mad. Be happy that you clearly gave him something. You gave him a good foundation, and he could build off of that foundation that you provided to him. And then now it's a point where you can learn from him.
Yeah,
As a parent, eventually I'm going to start learning things from my kids. Once they become adults in this world, they're going to live their own lives based off the foundation that I provided them. So they're going to take my information I gave and build off of that. They should know more than
True. Let's before we wind down, a couple of topics I want to talk about real quick.
Okay.
So Mace actually ended his beef with Cameron over the phone. Salute to my man Gilly, because Gilly just had a birthday last weekend. Salute to Gilly the kid. My brother actually went down there because they're real good friends. So I always fuck with Gilly because, not even because it's celebrity stuff, because when my brother was locked down, like, he's one of the niggas that actually cared. And whenever he came in town, he always made sure that Renegade opened up for him. Like, even when the promoters were mad, he's like, no, he gonna open up for him.
Did you see that Bible video that he had playing the ball?
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't know he had those skills.
Oh, I know he been hooping for a minute though. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, he probably would hoop the shit out of me because I ain't played ball like that in a while. That this nigga was hooping. I was like, hey, now you see one people like I could take that nigga. You cook me. I remember Renegade was like, yeah, me and my dad gonna play him in Wallow. I'm like, yeah. Then I saw couple. No. I don't know if you want that word. That nigga was getting it in. Like that nigga when he be like, they call me Chauncey Gillups and stuff like that. Yo, that nigga he got a jump shot that's mean. I don't know about Wallow, but Gilly got a jump shot that's mean. He's funny. He's funny though. But I salute Gil because he's always like. You would think the celebrity nigga would be the one nigga that would have a front and fake on you. And a lot of these niggas that were supposed to be real niggas in the street, like front and faked on my brother, in my opinion, when he was locked up. But Gil always held it down for us. Like, he came in town, yo, brother, I'm coming, you bring Renegade out, I got you. I remember before my brother got locked up, we was standing in the club, and because I look mean all the time, he looked at me saying, "My Barney, you good?" And then Philly niggas like, "Yeah, you good?" I'm like, no, nigga, I just look like this. I'm good. I just look like I'm ready to beat somebody up. I really just want to have a drink and just chill. They're like, "You good?" I am so good. Yeah, but that's how they was. So.
I mean, sometimes you gotta have that mentality.
But Gil did the podcast. We had Fabio Foreign on, and then he said some things about Mace. We had Mace on, and then recently Mace said how him and Cameron had a beef, and he was like he wished that him and Cameron would have never beef. He said that he said they thought I had the bag before I had the bag. I really didn't have the bag at the time, and that led to the disconnect with me and Cameron. But apparently, I was reading an article on OKPlayer.com that Mason Cameron had squashed their beef over the phone. Because he said,
so I like their chemistry.
I mean, Horse and Carriages was hot, but he said, yo, I really when he was on Gilly's the Midnight podcast, he was like, so what do you regret? He said, I really regret that me and Cameron. He said, and he admitted, he said, real talk, when I didn't have money, and he said Cameron was a nigga that was giving me when he would get a new pair of shoes, he'd give me his old pair of shoes. Like, he admitted that. And I thought that, I ain't a fan of Mace, first of all. I was never a Mace fan. But to admit something like that shows growth, and it shows a humbleness about it. And he even broke down about what Fabio Foreign said about, he said, dog, yeah, I did give him $5,000. However, I also took him to the joint and he got $750 and I got $800 because he owed me $50,000 for the marketing and promotion that I put behind him. So I did get him to the bag. Which is I don't want. And he said there ain't no beef with me and Fabio. He said we still good, which I respect too. But I just hate when niggas get on podcasts or radio and they tell the sob story, but they don't tell the truth about how a nigga got them to the bag. Because nigga, you talking about, yeah, he only gave you $5, nigga, you was just on a song with Kanye. You popping because somebody with money put you. There's a lot of talented rappers that ain't never made it out the hood. Like, there's a lot of talented ball. You popping because a nigga with money put something behind you. Right. Whether he put $50,000 of promotion behind you that got you a $1 million bag. Actually, probably a $2 million bag after taxes became $1 million bag, and then you split that with Mace. You took home 75. You took home 750,000, something you didn't have before. So before we say a nigga like, and I'm not a Puffy fan, but before Puff changed a lot of nigga lives to make a lot of niggas income better than it was. Now some of these niggas, Puff did some fucked up shit too, but a lot of these niggas, like the whole time, most of the time, Black Rob was in jail. He was still a bad boy, so Bad Boy was taking care of his medical, his this, his that, and even when he got out right before he died, like Puff paid for his funeral, but even when he got out, Puff was going to go help take care of his bills and stuff. But he passed before Puff could reach out to him.
Well, yeah.
You know, not saying that Puff's an angel, but you know, I could yes, we know. But people will always talk the bad shit, but they won't promote the good shit that you.
Because I mean, regardless of what your issue is with Diddy, I mean, he's done some good things out here, and you can't deny that.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it is what it is. You know, there's not one person that's all bad and not one person that's all good. So,
That is true.
I'm not a big Diddy fan.
Neither am I.
I will say he can definitely identify some silence. He has an eye for it. And that's what's up.
Yeah, and so I just wanted to touch on that. And
anyway, people taking selfies.
I'm just shouting down. I'm streaming live on Fanbase, which is a new social media platform actually created by Isaac Hayes III, and his father, Isaac Hayes, was actually one of my favorite artists of the old school. If you don't know about him, please Google him and research his music, because he definitely is a pivotal artist in the 70s, 60s, 70s, and 80s. So I'm just streaming on Fanbase, trying to expand to different platforms. Like I said, I opened up a TikTok account. I'm trying to figure that shit out. I'm on the Fanbase app now, streaming live at the Bar Radio. Another great show doing what we do.
So as a real talk, before we wind this down, Walmart is cutting 200 corporate jobs amidst inflation.
I'm glad that they're stating it's a corporate job that they're cutting.
Yeah.
Because quite often in many companies, when they need to cut people, it's the people at the bottom.
Yes.
The associates in the store, which we know, we need them.
Yes.
We need the associates. Because Walmart have 2 aisles open as it is.
First of all, in Walmart, when you go to Walmart, like the Walmart down here by my house, I remember when it first started, it had aisles for days. Now when you go to Walmart, it is 2 aisles that's open, and the rest of the aisles are self-checkout. And in the self-checkout, that shit, I literally walk in Walmart and be like, I'm just going to order this shit off of Amazon. Because I'm not waiting that long. Like, I'd rather do my 2 days of the Amazon Prime customer.
But sometimes it's the next day. You can get stuff the
Yeah.
next day.
And because the line just be so fucking long, it just be ridiculous. Like when that line, when the line is wrapped around to like the 4th aisle, and you're like, damn, there's only 2 registers open, and this shit's at the 4th aisle. And then it's just, I'm like, I can't do it. So
Walmart,
they don't need to cut no more.
What they don't want is for you to do that. You know what I mean? For you to walk out and say, I'm gonna go somewhere else, or I'm gonna go on Amazon. Because Amazon's killing people.
Amazon's doing to Walmart what Walmart did to people in the early 90s.
To everybody.
Yeah. The Walmart did to Kmart, Ames.
Walmart crushed all these people. But it's the same thing with these like Blockbuster crushed the smaller video companies. Then here comes Redbox and Netflix. And then it's like one Blockbuster left in the whole world.
Yep.
So, and then even Netflix they're struggling right now. Even the Netflix was on top for so long.
But now you got Disney Plus. You got you got everyone like.
Because Hulu and Disney Plus are really digging into their pockets. But then you got Peacock.
Yeah.
Peacock
got the WWE.
Yes, and then
so all the stuff you would watch, all the stuff that you would watch on Amazon has gone to on Netflix has gone to other people.
Right.
Like Peacock has the WWE, so you can't rewatch the WrestleMania on Netflix or anything like that. And then
you never put it on Netflix, so that's good.
But then you have all the Marvel shit went to Disney Plus.
Right.
Like that's when you say Marvel, I'm like, oh yeah.
So Hulu was really killing Netflix because Hulu, for those who don't know, you can watch a show that's in their current season. You just have to wait like a few hours later, like the next day. But Netflix, you would have to wait for that season to be over on TV for it to come to Netflix. So Hulu was already putting in with that. But then people will go to Netflix because of their original content. You know, Netflix original. Hulu and Amazon Prime, that's that their game up.
Speaking of Hulu, I just watched yesterday on Hulu Prey, which is one of the sequels in Predator, and it's about an Indian girl. So I'm such a nerd. I'm a nerd. I'm a bully, and an alcoholic all at the same time. Imagine that. So in Predator 2, at the end of Predator 2, the Predator gives Danny Glover the old-fashioned gun. So Prey takes place where it comes from.
Right. Which is so cool.
Which was
But they let it be known it's like a prequel, you know.
it is. But when I saw the people using that gun, like you have to be a real Predator fan and an action fan to flashlight to know that comes from Predator 2.
Right. And we've had how many Predators since then?
Yeah. Like some of them. Alien version, the first one was good. The second one I think was trash.
Yeah, so now they've been in that joint.
Oh yeah, she was looking good.
Oh yeah, so at the end,
then they had this other Predator movie with like this little kid found like a Predator hat and it was calling the I don't know. It was, I tried watching it. I think I fell asleep several times.
It was their helmet and
yeah. Yeah. I was like, yo, this is something good to watch when you have diarrhea and you got to run for something. Prey was good. Because it dealt with American Indians running into predators.
Right. They told you how long they've been here, and then it fills in some gaps from the other movies. I tend to like some prequels, not all.
I mean, it's one of those things where it was actually, to me, it was done nice.
Prequels like to give you context and more of the story.
Honestly, say Predator was the first movie I ever went to go see twice.
I mean, the first Predator is like.
Yes.
Okay. Good job.
Good job. The first Predator was like the joint. Because when he says ugly motherfucker and you know and they were ugly as shit and then like Arnold was perfect in that role, and then when Danny Glover did it, it was just as equally as good. And then the thing about it is that I remember, now they're called spoilers, so I don't know Easter eggs. When you go in, when Danny Glover goes to the Predator ship and you see the gun, and he's giving him the gun, and you see the alien head, and you see the heads of all these people and stuff like that. And you know, that's how we got the Predator versus Alien. It was a comic book first, but then that's how we got that. And then this one actually tied back into it with that old fashioned, with the little musket gun. I thought it was cool. I like that. I mean, he fucked them up. Like, that's what you watch a Predator movie. See, the funny thing about a Predator movie, you don't watch a Predator movie because you root for the good guy. You watch a Predator movie to see how they gonna kill the people. To see how the Predator gonna fuck them niggas up.
After the first Predator, I was pretty much, Arnold killed the role. They get to the chopper. Yeah, that shit was, you know, that was it. That was actually the movie twice in the same day to watch that movie. I kind of swore to for the first time.
You didn't pay the second time.
I did.
You did not.
I was like 19 years old.
You didn't pay the second time.
Why did you say you took two?
Because I went once with my family, and then I went once with my neighbors, but they wanted to go see it. I was like, I want to see that girl again. And I kind of spoiled it for them. I feel like that. I mean, I was young.
Your neighbors took you to see a rated R movie?
My parents said it was cool. Shit. So, you know, I kind of ruined it. I told them it was coming.
That's why you don't take a
9-year-old to a movie.
I don't want to think about that.
Because you're a bastard for that.
But you realize how bad you were.
That's fucked up, son.
I guess that would now heard him say, what's fucking new there? I was like, I'm bad. I'm going to move for that. That shit was great. So, yeah, Predator was one of my favorites.
No. Let me answer that. Watch this. Did you sleep good after you told him about the movie in the middle of the movie?
I didn't realize at the age after years.
Did you sleep? No, nigga. Did you sleep good?
I did.
That's all I wanted to know.
When Bill Duke had that minigun and let that joint loose, how could you not talk about it? No, man. Told y'all I want to go pretty foul.
Yeah. I showed my son this video of this guy shooting 55. And you know my kid told, oh, we supposed to shoot 55. Told me everything about the gun. I was proud as a parent, the type of parent that I am. But then I stopped. I said, wait a minute. How did you know that?
Small research.
But no, I showed him the video, and immediately he identified what that gun was and exactly what it was. He was like, in fact, it looks like it. I was like, wait, what?
I hit the lottery, and the first thing I will be buying is a 50 caliber Barrett sniper.
And my son was like, it's a Barrett. I was like, what?
That Barrett is nothing like it. If you've ever watched a 50 cal,
you would take your whole shoulder over.
Yeah.
He said yes.
If you have ever seen 50 cal shot before, it's slow motion and a recoil on that motherfucker. Oh, you don't get behind that bitch, right? You will dislocate your shoulder.
Yeah, you will. Or fall at least.
But you
Are you
can.
going to stand up?
No, I'm fine with it. But you know, you can hit a target 3/4 of a mile out. Think about it. 3/4 of a mile out. If you do your aiming and targeting right, you can take a motherfucker out.
I can see CP3 now. He gonna buy a house on some property, and when people come up,
shoot him.
I don't know. Like I said, I tell niggas, if I don't expect you, if you don't call before you come, the Outkast song, that's a whole different ballgame. You might not ever call before you come ever again if you come to my house without calling before you come.
All right.
That's where you are. Man,
you just don't pop up on the nigga.
I don't think that's.
All right, let's wind it down because now I'm tired and drunk.
And what? Drunk?
I'm tired and drunk.
You got halfway through this
Hey.
Nigga, it's 3 hours. Goddamn.
I'm on my second cup.
Nigga, we got a whole month.
Before we started the show, me and 151 said that I was going to have to drive him home. And that was before he had the taste of the morning show.
Why you holding it like that?
It was still up here. That's the dent.
Right there.
No, that's half.
Nigga, we got
difference.
That means we did some things.
Nigga, we got 3 more fucking weeks.
There's a difference between a dent.
No, but still, you still got a whole nother week.
This is the point of the half. I'm not drinking any because so I don't like
You do have a job. You just ain't started it yet. So cut that shit out. Anyway, I'm about to play Charles Anthony's joint, and we're out.
They want me to be who I'm not, telling me if I just follow that I could be hot. Your attitude shitty, sip you some Henny, can pop you a Perkin, come and get litty, get on a drip, toss you a band, put an extension and beam on the pistol. Your bitch got her ass, gon' make it bigger. You may as well go and run up on a figure. I got a suggestion, stay on my business. I'll make you wish that I didn't react. They told me my day was approaching, they couldn't have been so believable. Stay in the facts, off with your head, bring your memory back. The outer limits where I'm mentally at, in a pile of bitches on an island chilling, the Bahamas. Living in my energy back. Maybe it's better this way. Maybe it's better this way. Maybe it's better. Maybe I'm better. Maybe it's better this way. Maybe it's better this way. Maybe it's. Wait. Told my mama I'ma flood the streets and I was only working with a little bubble. Tell a nigga talking cheap, can't be broken hating, homie, gon' pick a struggle. Main girl ain't the same girl as the last girl, wanna meet each other. Said I'ma need to pick, shit I did, told him I'ma need a double. I just wanna make the team proud, point blank making bank shots. On fire, boom shakalaka, NBA jam from the same spot. Who do they want me to be? They rather see my defeat. But until the sun shines on a dog's ass, he'll get put to sleep. This is a carbon assault. Stick up, tear your establishment policy up. DC, my city, Palm Street up. Jack in the pot, got lottery luck. Killing the scene, it gotta be us. Vivian James with the quality touch. I'm done with the modesty, back being arrogant. Feeling the hate, give my body a rush. Maybe it's better this way. Maybe it's better, maybe I'm better. Maybe it's better this way. I'm in OT tryna get it crackin', I'm feeling better today. Nigga, this skill got me this ill, but I'm ducking COVID today. Maybe it's better this way. Maybe it's better, maybe I'm better. Maybe it's better this way. God body, I'm in God mode, and I'm running through heaven today. But you gon' have hell to pay. Maybe it's better. Punchline after punchline, give them one time for the one time. Main lady where bond going, when I ass shake, I hear a drum line. And the cookie got a snatch to it, when I go to eat it, I get tongue tied. She saying before you bangin', let me put the polish on and make the gun shine. Booking shit solo, I'm mostly alone on the phonies, and here we could part ways. I've been impatiently patient, I'm asking the waitress how long for the entree. No need for rehearsing, I play my position, all action unscripted. My life is a movie, Die Hard with a vengeance, or is it Pineapple Express? Cause bitch, I get lifted. I listen to Victory Lap like an audio book. You play with my paper, you ought to be shook. Been sick and I'm tired of you wanna be crook. Still fire that dope in the pharmacy book. All of my split personalities, only one matters. So fuck if you hate it, you smile in my face while you talking shit about me. So fuck if you fall on your face. Cause I'ma be me, all the way out, love it or leave it. It's better this way, we had a good run, been a pleasure to meet you. Been a pleasure to meet you.
Everything's fine.
Sight. Fuck you. Woo.